Okay, I think we are back, and I think we are doing better on resolution. So, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for your patience there. Offhand, it looks like things are a little bit better. Things are saying stream is excellent and healthy, both on Twitch and YouTube. So, thank you again for your patience. Appreciate your understanding there. But we're back. We're continuing to do some work on various industries here on the Whittier and Western. So Garion is currently over at the... Oh, sorry, not Garion. God damn it. I'm sorry, Arctic. I'm sorry. I know who you are, I promise. But Arctic Grey Wolf is here. And now we're at least seeing 1080p 720, or not 720, 60 FPS. So theoretically, things should be a little bit smoother, a little bit higher quality for you. I'll keep tweaking with it because eventually I think I should be able to get this to output at like 4K. But we'll cross that bridge as we get there. Now we're also hearing that sound is fine on their end. Perfect. That is what I want to hear. If the ragtimer can be heard, the ragtimer will be heard. And Jetpack Boy, hello. And Garion, yes, I am actually talking to you, Garion. I wish you were in the game but stuck working overtime. Well, hopefully that overtime is paying you real nice. Sometimes I do wish that I got paid overtime, but as a salary employee, that means that I work when I am told to work sometimes, and it doesn't matter.
Overtime is the thing in the past when you become salary.
Yeah, but thankfully I've been there quite a bit. The boss of the railroad was like, "You're not coming in on Monday, are you?" I'm like, I mean, I was planning on it. He's like, "If you don't need to, like, take the day off because you're working Saturday." And I'm like, "Okay." So, you know, thankfully they're pretty good about that sort of stuff. So I may or may not be off on Monday, but if I am, that means that I will be home to actually have my pickup of Home Depot. I'll be there. So, well, not pickup, delivery. Because remember, kids, it's not delivery; it's DiGiorno. Da, 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 da. So, I gotta say, I am so excited to actually start building this layout. Again, it's been a long time coming, but I'm just really excited. And I think I've also realized that I'm going to need to build the roundhouse in my garage. Because I thought about doing it inside my home, but I don't want to get the home messy. At least the garage, I can set up a couple of folding tables, have the door open, and go from there. So, the roundhouse is going to end up being like 5 foot long. It's going to be a big old chunk of roundhouse. So, that'll be good. And now that I have a little bit more track, now I actually can get some stuff going for once the actual frickin' retaining wall bricks up, I might be able to even put like a test bed of track down. Although, again, if General ever gets his button here, which I don't know when he gets home from work, he usually gets home around now, he may or may not have some cool news to share about some other cool stuff coming up. So, let's get back into Whittier, though, in the meanwhile. I slowed down way too much for the crossing, but whatever. Don't forget the video at all. Don't worry. Midland is planning to help out on a lot of those build days, so you bet that Midland will be there to cover it. Have you thought of an Easter egg race where instead of passengers you collect eggs? Now, that's not a terrible idea. So if any modders are watching out there and want to develop a flat car with an egg on it, or even like a reefer car that just delivers eggs, Maybe that could be what we do on Sunday. That could be the Easter stream where we are literally picking up or delivering Easter eggs. You know, that could be fun. So, all right, let's go ahead. We do have to run the passenger train. We got a car to pick up over here. Again, Arctic is getting everything organized as far as the stuff up at Kirkland. So, it looks like another car or two was dropped since you were last up there. Pay Midland and food.
Right, I got to go up there and pick up another one anyway. So
yeah, yes, I usually pay my friends in food and or alcohol. It is truly the American way. Because we actually don't pay people, we just make them feel appreciated. That sounds way too real. Anyways, so we'll go ahead, get this going. And again, if you are new here or if you have come over from the old stream, please go ahead and give this stream a like. If you're on YouTube or if you're on here new on Twitch, consider putting a like down, or not a like, I guess they call it a follow. And then if you really like it, consider becoming a channel member or a subscriber. So thank you. And hey, the bit rates and all that are doing better. Cool. Sweet. Yes, I pay them an exposure, just like any real content creator. So another fun thing that's been kind of entertaining is General has now been trolling me with stuff a little bit. So General will often now find like some abomination of an engine. Like there was a Garrett live steam kit that he found. He's like, "Hey Angry, you need this," and it was looking real unsafe. He's like, "No, you need this in your life." I'm like, "No, I don't want it. I don't need it." Well, the last thing I think he sent me was a Mimi kit that AccuCraft made, but it was really funky, like real funky. And Colin, I think they're saying to push the like button, but maybe not the big red button that causes us all to explode. That would be bad. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and doink. Go ahead, back this car up. We'll go from there. And boom, kick you. So we'll let that roll wherever it needs to roll. Most everything after this looks like we got a couple of cars over across the wall that we can go and grab. And then eventually, I guess we'll just need to run a passenger train. And then once Arctic, not Gary, and Arctic, I know who's on the stream with me, comes back, then we will probably go ahead and just advance the day over. So that way we've got it. And we can then get some more cars and stuff. Let's go ahead and get this car more or less taken care of. Restore the Angry and store him in the scrapyard. No, I don't want to be in a scrapyard. Oh, yeah, the big green button on a steam engine that tells it to go. Yes, Gary, and I do sometimes pay attention. Also, Gary, we need to have a repo day at some point. For those who don't know, the two games that I usually play off stream, primarily because people necessarily just call me the train guy. I do train games. And playing repo doesn't always do as well here on the Tube view or the Twitch. Usually we're playing Repo, or I've actually been playing a little bit of Schedule 1. So, you know, those are what I play when I'm not playing this. But, you know.
Yeah, Repo can be kind of fun.
Repo's been quite a bit of fun. Okay, let's go ahead.
I really haven't gotten into Schedule 1. In fact, I don't have the game yet. So I've looked at it a couple times.
It's interesting. It's much better if you have a couple of friends who are, for lack of better fun, is just kind of like in on the bit.
Uh-huh.
Like, it takes a little bit of kind of like just role-playing during the session to like really make it fun for everyone. Repo, you just kind of go, and that's the best.
Yeah.
So... Restore the rain line and run on the angry. Yeah, God no. God no. Okay. So let's go ahead, couple up to that car that we got. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, I stopped. Why did I stop?
Brakes, maybe?
Yeah, brakes were too hard on. Another fun monthly area you found recently similar to Fast Food Rest was Wrapped House Simulator. The prologue just came out yesterday. Interesting. I have to check that out. We've also played a little bit of Fast Food Simulator just in the friend group, so we actually did some stuff with Flanagan a few nights ago. That was fun. But I've also been playing a little bit on Flanagan. He has his own private stream that he... private stream, just private map that he has. Did some testing for a mod that I am not allowed to speak about yet. But sounds really cool. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get over to Thar. We'll go ahead and grab some cars there. I love how people are now saying that I need to be just like Penn Central. You know. Just add it to the bit, I suppose. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll back up here. I'm liking the new Restore Angry skit and keep it going. You know, see, again, if I thought that it was at the point that I could get like a T-shirt made, we could have a Restore the Angry and run them on the blank shirt or something. Something like that could be funny. Could be funny. Could be just like the marketing for the Mount Rainier Scenic, because they are all in on that sort of thing. Okay. So while our steam engine combos are here, it looks like the only two cars we need to get are these couple of tankers. Everything else is still going at some sort of rate of speed. So we got dimensional lumber, building supplies. So that'll take a bit to unload. Over here, same sort of thing. They're unloading, but they're nice and slow. The Rag Central subdivision of the W&W. Huh. Huh. Speaking of WW, have people been following the stuff over at the Wilmington and Western Railroad over in Delaware? It ain't pretty, and I wish the best outcome for the volunteers and everyone involved there. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking to see what's going on. And for those who are not sure what's going on, I would recommend taking a Google of it. Come up with your own opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to think on that, but it is if it is true what is coming out, it is very disheartening to say the least. So, okay. So let's see. We've got this crossing. We've got a few other cars to pick up. We've got the stuff that our dicks bring in. So, let's see. Okay. Restore Angry, sell a soul to the RGS, then get sold to the Midland and scrap for war demands. Huh. You guys are creative, I'll give you that. So, looks like the easiest way to do this, we'll drop that one car here. We'll go ahead and run down, pick up those tankers, put them on the front, run around the front, and then go. Because then I can drop those in the outbound. So that'll be that. Eventually I'll need to refuel my locomotive as well, but that'll be a future us problem.
That depends on how low you are on fuel.
Well, I've been like half a tank of water and then half a tender of coal right now, so it's not terrible.
Oh, you'll be all right for.
Yeah, I'll be more than fine for right now. Okay, let's go ahead. Where's the?
Not like you're over here trying to push up grades and such.
Yeah, you took like one of the weakest locomotives for that. I am frankly surprised that you're doing what you're doing, but you know,
Most
more
of it's
power to you.
downhill.
Well, that's true. That does help. But that's why we got the Camelback to try to help with some of that. I'm almost thinking we need to sell the 260, the little mogul. Maybe get the G25. You know, but we're at that point now that if we have 2 or 3 people playing, we have 4 locomotives, and we can easily sell off the weakest of the 4. So, probably what we'll end up doing, unless anyone in the comments has any other ideas. And cool, you got to see Heist before you went on this trip. Restore the Angry and send him to Steamtown. No. No one deserves that fate. That's a terrible fate. Ain't nobody got time for that. God, it's been a few years since I was last to Steamtown. I really do hope, you know, that they get their Steam fleet back in action at some point. I'm not going to make any comments about, you know, government funding or things like that. I know they did get hit pretty badly with some of the stuff going on, but I just hope they can get everything taken care of at some point. And whether they run 3713 or whether they do get one of the other engines back up and running, I think this is my switch. Yes, it is. You know, hopefully they get that going, because mainline trips out of there were fun. I did one of the trips to Tobiana for the ice train back in like 2008. Whatever the last year was that they ran the ice train, I was on that train. So. Okay. Nice and gently. Whoop. Restore the Midland, run the main line, and give Angry a tiny boxcar? What? I am confused, but oh well. All right, let's get this all backed up here. So these are the only 2 cars left at the Whittier interchange. Looks like the cars are still loading up on the hill. Again, looks like Darian's doing their... No, god damn it. There's too many sounding things. Arctic's still doing their thing up there. God, I need a drink.
Nothing's stopping you.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, I will say there's a brand new restaurant up near me called Hometown Pub. It just opened like 2 weeks ago. And the food is delicious. It is very, very good. The service, they're still working on a little bit, but the price on the food is also really good. Like I would love to take friends and family there. For a meal. But I got introduced to a new beer, at least new beer to me, called Straub. And apparently, or Straub. So like it's Straub or Strobe, something like that. Apparently, it's like a PA beer. And the running joke that I've heard is like it's the diabetic beer because it's made without preservatives and with very low sugar. So for those who are diabetic or just very sugar conscious, it's apparently a very good, a good drink for that. But it went down real smooth and it was really good. So, me and another person I work with are like, oh man, we got to go here all the time now because like we found a cool restaurant with good food and beer that they like. So, and Bandit saying, what if we gave Angry a G-scale hopper instead of a tiny boxcar? I mean, I would appreciate it. I can tell you which hopper I want. Unfortunately, AccuCraft stuff is not cheap at all. But, it's all. And Strasbourg Tim, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. We'll see if the blip pup's on here or not. Now we have Strasbourg. Oh boy. Well, I think one of the locomotives we're going to get for this route is going to be the Mastodon, the 480. So we might have somewhat realistic 475 operations once we get to frickin' Bryson. Restore Angry, run him on the Berg. Well, I'm probably going to be at the Berg in 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks. And yes, I have seen that 90 is officially back. 90 is my favorite engine at the Berg, so I am looking forward to taking a ride behind it once again at some point. We'll see if it's open and running when I'm out in that area, because I am out there for a work purpose. But if I have the opportunity to take a ride, I might. CSX, hello again. Okay. Let's go ahead, get the equipment here. And Arctic, how's it going up by you?
Oh, just about got that one flatbed out of here, and now I'm getting ready to pick up that other coal car that dropped. Now I'll get everything hooked up together and head your way.
Perfect. That sounds like a plan. And Gary, it was not Stout, it was Strobe. Straub. Yeah. Straub or Strobe, however you pronounce it. It's more of a German-American style beer. Apparently it's brewed, I think, like St. Mary's, PA or something like that. Let's get that handbrake off.
I think I've heard of it. Haven't had it, but I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. It was completely new to me, and, you know, like, it goes down just real smooth. You don't even really have, like, an aftertaste with it. It was really good. What is my honest opinion on Wilmington and Western 440 number 98? I love the 98. I think it's a real cool locomotive. I have chased that engine a few times over the years. I really hope it does not end up somewhere else if things happen at Wilmington and Western. But I do like it better than the 58. The 58 also is a good locomotive. It's a chunky 060. But the 98 is a really cool engine. You know, the fact that it's one of the few 440s out there actually running, and it's not a modern repro 440, like 4 engines I could think of at the top of my head. You know, it's good. Yeah, hopefully the Wilmington and Western can work out their issues. I hope so. I change. What if 98 ends up at the Berg? Well, why? The Berg already has 3 engines and a 4th that they're working on. The only purpose of the 98 going there would either be storage or a long-term project. You know, 98 will most likely not end up at the Berg. That's just the fact of the matter. You know, if they did sell it off or had to, you know, take care of debts with it or something, I could see another operation potentially picking it up. But not the Berg. Definitely not the Berg. And what about Canadian National 92? You know, hopefully they can eventually get that locomotive probably just sent off to another operation, honestly. But, you know, you have to think about what's the pulling power, what's the length of the railroad, you know, all of that sort of stuff. 98 on the Everett, no, Everett wouldn't be a good fit for that. Besides, they already have the Huntington and Broad Top 38 that they're working on. It's like a long-term project. They have the 11 working right now. So, you know, the only thing I can think of, which I have no idea if it would even be a possibility, maybe Walkersville Southern could be a good home for the 98 because it's a short line with only a few cars. That could be a good fit for the 98 to give it kind of a nice new place to run. Some of the other smaller tourist operations, like it would not be a good fit at New Hope. It wouldn't be a good fit at Culbrookdale. It would not be a good fit for, you know, some of the other ones. You know, you have to just think practically. You know, a lot of people go with like the what if. You know, what if 4014 came east of the Mississippi? Well, guess what? Union Pacific owns it. There's another track out here. Like the 4014 crossing the Mississippi is very slim to zero. Just the fact of it. You know, for a bigger operation, like think of Reading and Northern. They've got 2 big old steam locomotives. They would not benefit from a smaller engine. You know, the Lehigh Gorge trips, they already run with a diesel. They don't need to run steam on it because they're making bank off of it. You know, and they want their big engine flagships for the line. So what would be the point? You know, you have some smaller operations like the Allentown and Auburn or the Wanamaker, Kempton, and Southern, who, you know, they get by, but not by much from what I understand. I could be wrong. Someone feel free to, you know, tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but, but, you know, you just have to think about it. Like, if there was a smaller tourist operation that had a donor or someone, you know, but you have to think of what's the tonnage you're going to pull, what's the grades on the route you're going to be going, you know, all that sort of stuff. The Wilmington and Western's a good fix. It's only like a 12 or 20 mile railroad. It's not that long, you know. So it's a better fit compared to what some of the other ones have. Lehigh Gorge, that is run by the Reading. Is run by the Reading and Northern. It's one of their many companies, like the Reading Blue Mountain and Northern, or all of that. The Andy Muller lines, basically.
The only thing I know of 4014 going across Mississippi was into Illinois, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And that was only Midwest. I doubt they'll go any further east in Illinois.
Yeah.
Mainly because the tracks can't support it. They're too tight.
Yeah, the tracks can't support it, and also it's not Union Pacific's railroad. They want to feature it on the UP system as their show engine. It would not make sense to send it on to like Norfolk Southern or anywhere else. So, just think of that when you're trying to come up with theories of what they could or could not do.
And I'm finally coming down out of the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. 98 on the Nevada Northern. Well, again, Nevada Northern has 3 locomotives. I'm not going to talk about what's currently going on with their steam program, because if you know, you know. But, it's on the other side of the country, and B, they already have 3 engines that are all, as far as I know, original to the railroad. So why would they need to get a foreign engine, for lack of a better term, for that? Now that we've done a lot of the industrial switching down here, we're going to go ahead and run 1 passenger run just to make sure we fit that quota for the day. But again, think of other tourist operations. Western Maryland, they've got 1309 that maybe might run next month. I highly doubt it. I'll believe it when I see it. But they also have 734, which they've announced that they're going to restore and run on the main line. Potomac Eagle, they are a great operation, but they would need a beefier steam locomotive based on the length of their trains, because they have a lot of old C&O painted equipment or B&O equipment. But that engine's not going to be able to haul anything on that route. 98 on the Woodstown Central. Woodstown just got number 9 up and running. You think they're going to actually want to get a second locomotive right now? Probably not. And besides, I've heard they've had some issues with it too. Maybe they would want a beefier locomotive that's not a 440. They probably are going to want like a 280, like or a Mikado, to be able to haul that. Black River and Western, same thing. Their equipment, they've got a steam locomotive already. That's their pride of the fleet. 98 probably wouldn't be a good fit there. What's going on with 6325, owned by the Age of Steam Roundhouse, will probably never steam again, if I had to guess. Yeah, 98 would have to go to a place with very light tonnage or very, very flat territory. It's a pretty locomotive. It runs well. I saw it run. It ran well, but who knows? What is the stats on the 98? So Wilmington and Western. Tractive effort's about 20,000 pounds of tractive effort. And then Wilmington Western 58 has 29,000 pounds of tractive effort. So, 58 has a lot more power on it. That would be better for any other operation. What about Age of Steam? That's where steam engines go to die. They look very pretty, but they do not run again. Obviously, the 12 there runs, but that's about as far as you're getting with that, because they don't have track. And yes, Western Maryland, Steve, the Gettysburg and Northern are upgrading their old station and getting the passenger train back. That could be an option, especially since they're starting out. Could get a locomotive and do that. Well, Grim Reaper, think about this. Age of Steam, they get locomotives, they pretty them up, and then they just sit. They have one operable locomotive. They might have a second one at some point, but all they do is they have very little track to run on. You know, it's not like they have a mainline excursion status, you know, or thing going.
All right, Angry, I should be heading in your direction here in just a few minutes.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, then I will make sure to get out of your way. And we'll hold here until Arctic goes by with that cut. Eventually, I do want to get signals on this railroad because I think signals are going to be real helpful for us.
Yes. See if I can get this thing moving that far. Now I think I got to go uphill.
Yeah, you do have a small uphill grade there. If you need another locomotive, let me know and I'll come running.
Sure.
Nickel Plate Road, the guys who own the Leviathan replica, I know very well. They've got their own operation going. That would not be a good fit then, you know, for the 98, if we were to speculate. You know where number 98 could go? Maybe Greenfield Village. You know, they've got short trains, short loop. Could be good. Okay, that was a nice thunk upward dumping air. All right, let's go ahead, charge back up the air, kick that handbrake off. All right, we got a full train. So let's see. Grey Wolf is on the move. Repeat, Arctic Grey Wolf is on the move.
Yeah, I only have 1,600 tons, that's all.
Yeah. You know, 98 maybe could also be a fit for like Hocking Valley or, you know, another one of like Monticello Railway Museum or something like that could also be a potential option for people. Again, just, you know, speculating. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this train up to the switch, just so we have that. Donations will start back up for Long Island 39. Yes. I don't have much faith in that because they've not been very transparent about their fundraising. And it seems like they had old people in charge. Not like old people, I guess, like physically old, but like they had people in charge and they're now switched out with new people. And it seems a little on the disorganized front. Like, you also have to think they're trying to restore a locomotive for another museum or operation to run. They have to pay for it, though. You know, it just seems kind of backwards. Like, if there was a railway museum in either North Jersey or or like Long Island that it could run on, great, But it's like you're trying to restore because it's an old PR engine on PR-ish territory. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in that restoration. Main 470, again, another one where I hope they do well with that, but I've not really seen them do much with it. So one of those things of just money. They just need money. Every operation needs money and a good person to run it. Meanwhile, on the other end of the road, yeah, you've got a heavy-ass train with all that coal. You say 8 miles an hour?
No, actually, I'm getting up to about 14.
Oh, nice. I like how you also have all your weight at the back.
Yes. Other than the one coal car that's close to the locomotive.
Yeah.
And
no one's
now
talking
we're
about
slowing.
Mid-Continental Railroad rebuilding CNW 1385. Well, I don't know much about it, so that's why I don't talk about it. Again, I live in narrow gauge world. If you start talking about a narrow gauge operation and what they're up to, heck yeah, brother, I want to learn about that. I want to talk about that. But some of the standard gauge stuff, I don't know as much about it because I live in my own world of narrow gauge. Hence the F scale, hence the everything else. Sir, you do know this is Railroads Online. By ringing the bell constantly, it will not improve protracted effort.
No, it won't.
And Grim Reaper, I don't know if people are have modeled any CB&Q cars in game or have that in thing. I don't know.
Give you an idea, I am running at 11. So, take it as you will. And it's slowing down.
Excellent. Do you need another locomotive? I mean, you are on the worst part of the hill, and I call it a hill, but it's literally just like a slight uphill grade.
If I get much slower, maybe, but other than that, probably not.
Excellent. Well, I just want to let you know that the world is watching you. And by the world, I mean everyone who's watching the stream.
Hey, if 10 is the slowest I get, I'll be doing good.
That's fine. Angry, how's your day been? Day's been good. Trying to do a lot with what I got. A lot of exciting things happening. I've been very tired recently because I haven't been sleeping well. So I am going to the doctor tomorrow, so we'll see what the doctor says. Either they'll say I'm in okay shape or I'm in shape. We'll find out. But And Garion, they are a mixture of UMM or rail loader. So. Okay, so you're almost back because there's the final curve into the yard.
You did have the switched in front of you, so I don't run
Yeah,
into
you're
you.
good. I have you switched around. Well, White Pass aficionado, the DNS probably wants to get 486 back in service. But again, like everything else, they've got enough on their plate with, with all the other engines they have. Now that they have 493 and they've got most of the Ks converted over to oil, 486 just another one in their lineup. That way, when another engine goes down, they can just go ahead and swap it in. Essentially, it's just one engine goes down for 1472. By the time that it comes back out of service, then voila.
Oh, now you want to slow down to 9.
Ooh, someone just put an AccuCraft West Side Lumber Company Heisler number 3 on Facebook. I need to look away. See, this is what happens. I get home from work and I start looking at stuff, and then, I'm like, oh, well, I could do this. Oh, and someone's putting a Y switch from Aristocraft on there. Interesting. But why is what General would say if they were here. But I think I mentioned in the next week or so, I'm actually going to be getting about 10 AccuCraft cars. So I got a couple of Dergwa Idler Flats, Idler Gons, and some Rio Grande Southern Flats. So I will actually have a train for most of my equipment to be pulled with. It looks like there he is. There's the Arctic Grey Wolf with about half a ton of coal left and quickly running lower on water. But, 'tis what it is.
Got more water than I got coal right now.
That's true. At least you have that. That's the right, the right amount that you want.
And I'm speeding up, so.
There you go. You're finally off the grade. Now we just have to wait
More
for him to
likely,
go by.
probably all that coal's off the grade.
Yeah. Okay. Finally. Let's go. Angry if dieselization never happened, do you think the UP big boys would have been used for another 100 years? I think it comes down to the same thing of, like everything. Eventually, you're going to find a way to improve what you've been working on. So, UP big boys, you know, what was the average like lifespan of a steam locomotive? Anywhere from like what, 15 to 40 years? I would guess. You know, probably would have had something different by now, and maybe some of the big boys would have been scrapped. I don't know. It's a good what if, but I can't really answer for you how they would have been. Because again, think about it. With narrow gauge stuff, a lot of stuff stopped developing by the late 1920s, early 1930s. The ones that did were the White Pass and Yukon, where they had enough money to get new locomotives in the 1940s and 30s. But then even they went over to diesel in the 50s. So, you know. But then you also have stuff where you might have had electric locomotives come in, and maybe they would have changed over to electric, you know, as opposed to dieselization, because electric was already in place by that time. You know, they may have also switched over to running only oil exposed to coal. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So there's a lot of what ifs in that. But who knows? Who actually knows? Restore angry and bankrupt the company. Is the company my company? Because I don't want to be bankrupt. If you bankrupt the company, then I'm bankrupt. And no one wants that. At least I hope no one wants that. We're almost back to the 30 curve, which means that we'll keep going here. Alrighty, so we're coming into Ela now. Should I go and pick up that one hopper? Nah, we'll wait for more hoppers to come down.
You on the one that appeared after I left Kirkland?
Yeah, that one.
There'll probably be another one there by the time you get back to Whittier.
Yeah. Which I'm thinking once I'm back into Whittier, then we'll go ahead and flip the day-night cycle here. Get us our next drop. So. And we're going to go ahead and just run around the train now. I wanted to collect a little passenger train. The open car from the 1950s. A wood coach and a wood caboose. Alrighty. On the subject of electric locomotives, Angry, do you think it'd be cool if someone modded in like an AEM7 to the ACS64 and the Railroader? I mean, that would mean that you'd have to have an entire mod that puts wires over everything. I guess you could do that. I don't know why you would do that, but you could do that. But who knows? Is there already a mod Bandon? I wouldn't be. I don't know if there is. I would not be surprised if that was the case. So we'll go ahead and get this locomotive back. Oh, there's one car. Whoop!
Yeah, I had to hook into that cut you left. Now I got to push it forward.
Well, nobody wanted Ragtimer to bork anything, but I guess Ragtimer just borked the caboose.
Oops.
Congratulations, you got your crash. I know ZVK is probably out there watching, being like, yes, crash the equipment, make it painful, make it suffer. Now all my equipment needs to be fixed up because of my stupidity. So... Alrighty, so let's go ahead, back up this puppy. Okay. Let's go ahead, bring her to a... yeah, that'll be fine. We'll let the flip over go. How many passengers? 107 passengers here. Well, we'll take what we can, and then we'll just drop people back off at Whittier. Hopefully we'll get some money off of this engine here. Looks like people are slowly getting back on this train. So that's good. Well, while we take a moment to load up, if you are new here, thank you for joining us. If you're old here, thank you for joining us. But if you want to support the Ragtimer, consider just hitting the like button on the stream or subscribing over on YouTube or Twitch. Does help me out significantly, and appreciate all your support. All right, now I gotta wait for the darn people to get on this damn train. Oh boy. I guess we'll just wait for this coach to get full up. We do need another coach car at some point, but we have currently, how much debt do we have? 9,000 in debt. Not terrible. We do have enough money that we could theoretically pay down the debt by $1,000, but I don't think that time is now for that. So we'll see. All right, people, get on the darn train. Okay. Okay, let's go, shall we? Give the open coach a nickname. There's not really a way for me to give it a nickname here, Mean Metal Mike. At least not in game. Did I get a lantern out? I did get a lantern out. Because I don't think I can add a nickname. Yeah, there's no way to add a nickname in there. So. And actually, we might be hurting because this open car, I don't think should be on the train. I think it needs to be overhauled completely.
We got
Alex Beck celebrating 7 months of membership. 7 months, when did this happen? Apparently it happened right now. Thank you, Alex. So.
Angry, we got about 3 cars that don't fit.
You said 3 cars that don't fit?
Yeah, I can't get them into the interchange because the interchange is just too small.
Okay, understood. And I guess that means leave those cars where they are? And we'll just kind of have to deal with it? Because again, we'll have an interchange drop in the next 5-10 minutes once I'm back from this place that I'm at right now. Longest membership on YouTube, Anchor. Well, thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. And I appreciate anyone who's a channel member for any support you guys have been giving me. With all of that. And, yeah. If you had told me over a year ago that I'd be streaming on YouTube as a side thing to do, I would tell you that you're lying and that you're full of crap. But it's been a ride. And I know some of you guys have actually showed up to the railroad and looked to say hi, and I appreciate that. So, thank you. Okay. Alrighty, so we're rolling. We're doing our thing. How bad is our equipment right now? 91%. Angry, did you know your allergies could reset every few years? Yes. I do know about that. It is something that's kind of strange, but it is a thing that happens. Okay. Arctic, once you're done with those cars, if you could do me a favor, can you free up the long track where number 4 and number 2 are currently parked in the roundhouse and just put them somewhere else, because I want to try to stick this passenger train in to get fixed up, because the equipment's kind of rough right now.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and fuel up the locomotive I was using, and then I'll go ahead and rearrange it.
Cool. Appreciate that. God, you know what game I have an urge to play right now? Has anyone ever played Tropico? Like any of the games in the Tropico series? Because I love Tropico 4 quite a bit. And, you know, the game's a little outdated now. It's the graphics aren't great, but it's just a fun game. Maybe I'll do that after stream. I don't know. That'll be like my wind down game. It also depends if like General or Midland or anyone else show up.
I can't say I know that game. And hello.
Wait. Is that? It's Garion. They're here. I finally can actually use your name and be correct.
Is it not the normal password?
I will message you the password here. So, okay. Maybe I could do a Tropico stream for channel members. That could be a fun thing to do. Just a different thing to do. Alrighty.
I haven't played Tropico in years.
It's a fun game.
It is.
So for those of us who have never heard of it, what is it?
You are basically a dictator of a island in the Caribbean, and you are the one. It's like a city building sim, but it's all themed on like the Caribbean. So you have the various agricultural resources, mining. Again, it's a city simulator. So basically, you're building all the stuff and trying to get money for the government while also trying to build your slush fund, your Swiss bank account, if you will.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fun.
And it looks like
and
I don't have the
awesome.
correct mods.
I will quickly send you a mod pack link so that you have. Whoops! People don't need to see my screen. I will send you the mod file. Give me 1 second here.
Okay. I obviously misunderstood what was said about the old mod pack.
Yeah, it's been like there has been a update to mods at some point. So let's go ahead and compress that. Let's go ahead and compress that. Let's go ahead and compress that so we can get Garion in here.
I think the only
So now
one is the ones you have down on the bottom.
Yeah, the ones that are down at the bottom will be included in here. So
once you send that over, will I just simply replace what's in my mods folder currently?
yes, just basically rename the mods folder you have now, and that way you have like an alternate mod folder, and then just copy paste this in.
Okay.
Other forward, you idiot.
Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. Kerbal Space Program with Angry Ragtimer. So I used to play Kerbal Space Program. I think it's an awesome game. But I don't think you'd enjoy seeing me play it. I think I would just get very frustrated with it. Okay. And Alpha Centauri is kind of like a spin-off of Civilization. I love Civilization, but I can't tell you the last time I actually finished a game of it because those take so long to go through sometimes.
Okay.
Angry, what's your 3 favorite coasters at Hershey Park? In order, my favorite is Wildcat's Revenge, followed by probably Great Bear, and then Candemonium. I do not like Stormrunner. I just am not a fan of launch coasters like that. That is, if you like that, awesome. I'm happy for you. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this in here.
I'm assuming you're going to need both sides of the engine house.
Just the one where those two engines are parked, I think, because I think that track is repair track's long enough. Because it's mainly the open car that's in real crappy shape that needs to be worked on.
All right.
But the others, it's like, well, we can just use this as an opportunity to get the whole thing fixed up, and then that'll hopefully also fix some revenue in the open car. Because I think the problem is the open car is only giving like 1% of what it actually is worth. So I am now on my way back to the yard to put that in there, and then we will go ahead and... Oh, I think you misunderstood. Oh, wait, you're moving the 1, 4, and 2 now. Never mind. Never mind, we're good. I'm an idiot. So I'll hold short of you. That way you can bump stuff over to the other stall or wherever you need to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to hook all 3 locomotives together. And
Yeah, as I said, we also might want to just go ahead and sell number 2. Because we have the P18, we have the Camelback, and we have the Yellow Abomination, which for right now probably is enough to get us going. Because then, as I said, once we finally expand to Bryson, I definitely want to get a C40, a.k.a. the Mastodon, because I think that'll go real well. But, all right, we'll continue to back.
I'm just going to take all 3 locomotives, run them down here to the log track or the sawmill track, and back them down. You come on in.
Okay. I will hold short then. Yep. And then, Gary, and once we have the day flip, then we'll have plenty for us all to work on.
Okay. I'm assuming the file is still uploading.
It is still uploading, yes. So as soon as that is up, I will send you the link, which should be, it's at that point where it has the tiniest sliver left to just upload. And there it goes.
Oh yeah, the part that takes longer than the rest of it to upload.
Yeah, because that part's the special part, for whatever reason. Alrighty. And why is my computer now acting slow? It's like I'm streaming and trying to do multiple things at the same time. Okay. There is the mod pack.
Got it.
Angry, you can come on into the yard.
Okay. Backing up. Backing up. What's the condition right now of the... Okay, so the Camelback does need eventually to get a little more work done on it, but it's fine. And then the rest of the equipment's in pretty decent shape, so that's excellent. But once we actually have a roundhouse, we can really go ham on getting this all fixed up. But, for now, we'll just do what we got. Ba 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 ba.
That should be plenty of space for everything.
Yeah, I might just be able to put this whole cut and the engine here.
Oh, yeah. We got enough repair parts.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? I'm going to go ahead and just have them top off the engine as well while it's hidden there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, we can always move just the camel back into the roundhouse too, because that one also needs work.
Yeah, let me.
And while you do that, I'm actually going to step away real quick to refill my drink and use the restroom. So I'll be right back. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and maybe tell them a story. I don't know.
Handbrake. Well, I don't know about any stories or anything. I just have to watch me move things. Don't accidentally run into Angry's train. Ah, welcome, Garion.
Thanks, and it looks like I still have a problem somewhere. I'm still getting an error message from Strange Customs. Something tells me I have something that's not up to date.
Probably.
Wonder if maybe there's been an update to Railloader.
Not that I'm aware of. I've been running the same version for some time. Which version are you running?
I have no idea.
Current version is 1.10.0.2. At least that's the version I'm running, and everything seems to be working fine.
Yeah, I think I'm probably on an old version, because I think I'm on 1.9.6.17.
Yeah, you may want to update that. Get it running. Nope, I gotta pull it forward a little bit. There we go. There we go.
Okay. I am back, and I believe it's time for an interchange flip.
Yes,
So.
everything should be set.
Alrighty. Well, as they say in the old country, no time like the present. So, here we go. All right, we are at capacity. Let's see how this is going. Repair estimate 2 days, 1 hour. Everything on there is done. The 4 is topped off. The 3 is topped off. Cool. All right. So we are back in business. The passenger train still needs time. How much repair parts do we have? We still have 17 tons of repair parts. So we're actually in a decent boat. So we're going to leave the passenger train in here for the moment, just so that way it continues to get worked on. So let's see what we got. We got a couple of sawmill cars. We've got Whittier house track, Whittier repair track. We've got a couple of other industries here. A lot of ELA cars and Kirkland cars. And then we can switch in those 3 interchange cars once we get a lot of the Kirkland stuff out of the way. So, I guess it comes down to who wants what. So
I'm still trying to get in, so
alrighty.
Well, I'll
Whatever's
go ahead
left,
and
I'll
start
work
with
on.
Whittier here.
All right.
If you want to take the camel back,
I
or
would
whatever
like to take the
locomotive you're
camel
going to be
back.
running.
So I think we're going to need to take 2 cuts up to Kirkland, just because our engines are not going to be strong enough. Garion, if you want to either take care of some of the logging stuff, because we do have to get up the hill and grab the logging cars, bring those down, and then maybe, depending on how you and Arctic break it up, there's some of the Whittier cars that do need to be picked up. So maybe you could be like the collector and one be the deliverer. I don't know, something like that.
all right, yeah, I can do that. It looks like I got in with no error messages this time.
Oh, we never went down to Borden Creamery either, so there's cars down at Borden, but we'll get those here momentarily. So, okay, it looks like someone put a handbrake on my engine, which is the right thing you should have done.
Both locomotives that do not have anybody in them, both have handbrakes.
Excellent. All right, I'm in the 4.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
I'm getting ready to cross over to the main
And Hazik, welcome. What's the purpose for the reefer car? So the reefer car is your refrigerated car. So basically, if you have anything like a perishable, like fruit, vegetables, beef, milk, anything like that, something that would spoil if left out in the sun for too long or left out in the heat, you use a reefer car to then actually, deliver those without it spoiling. It keeps it nice and cool. So, oh god, JSJ's here. Hello, JSJ.
So just to make sure 2 and 3 are both open.
2, 3, and 2 and 3 are open. So whichever one of those you want. I've uncoupled 3 from the passenger train.
All right, I'm
So-
going to jump in 2, and I'll head up the mountain to grab the log cars.
Sweet. So we'll go ahead, top off on water while we're here. We're fine on coal. We don't need coal for the trip up there, but at least I want to make sure we have enough water.
So I just discovered that piece of track 2 was sitting on is a hill.
Ah, that's fun.
I took the handbrake off, and all of a sudden it started rolling backwards.
Now you know why the handbrake was on. Mainly because when I disconnected from the 3, the independent wasn't on. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second here, guys. I'm just quickly responding to a message that just came in.
No problem. There.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and back onto the complete Kirkland cut. Just of all the hoppers. I think that's going to make it easiest for me to just get those out of there, and that way you've got those there. How does the reefer in the car work in this game? So it's a mod that you can add in. We use it for the Borden Creamery, so you can actually deliver milk between different locations. So there's a couple of cars you have to purchase in-game, and then the game also spawns stuff in for you. So you just kind of use them to deliver stuff from one place to another. Dayton Trucks and Trains, is there a way you can cheat to get money? I am not aware of how to do that in Railroader, and I would not want to break the game's EULA to try that. So,
Yes, there is, and you can look in the documentation in the game, and it'll tell you how to do it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I'm not going to give it away, but yes, there is a way of doing it.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go ahead. Release that handbrake. And then shove back. Are you giving me all the Kirkland cars?
No, I'm going to take the cut I have. I'm just sliding on the main line so I can get the last cars that I wasn't able to put in interchange last time. Put in interchange.
Gotcha, okay.
So I pull what was on the back of Whittier, and I'm going to shove that back up into... I'll take that cut on over to...
Gotcha.
Ella, which is the last portion of your coal cars, which I'll leave in place for you.
Perfect.
And then after I get over that way.
Is this
And
annual
then,
Kirkland, or is this like Robinson Gap? This is like Robinson Gap. We did add Foxy's patch in, which allows us to just have everything teleport once it's done. So, again, if this was like a 24/7 server or something where we had a lot more people playing, I might make them do it manually, but I also know that we all, we play this game occasionally, usually just when streaming, so, might as well be productive while we have it and not just shift cars one after another over time. Okay. off we go. Here we are to save the day once again. And Donald Worf watching the stream while switching out cars in your game. Awesome. Hope you're enjoying. Make them get out and push manually. I mean, you could, but, you know. Cheat at getting more money. Press the period button and type bailout. I mean, you could also just fake your own death and then collect the life insurance on your own self.
Uh-huh.
Whatever floats your boat. Is the Camelback 060 the strongest locomotive on the railway currently? Yes, it is currently the strongest we own. So, again, when we have a little bit more money in the bank, we will go ahead and upgrade further. Which, speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and pay down the debt by about $2,000. So, once we are, probably under $5,000, then we'll start looking at another piece of equipment for the railway, either selling a locomotive and getting a new one, or let's actually take a look at the used market. Hey, we got a P70 coach. Could be an option. We have another reefer for Miller Beer, a couple of box cars, a G16. We already own one. Let's see. We get a Santa Fe. We get a consolidation of C25. We get Decapod. A couple more box cars. C46 with a big old tender. 2-bay hopper, 3-bay hopper. We had a 71 with a tender for a frickin' Santa Fe. Or we get a C55 with a smaller tender. I don't know. I think it might just behoove us to get a better, just a blank old C40, the Mastodon with the normal tender.
Mm-hmm.
Can they use sandbox mode to spawn locomotive in company mode? You can do that. I've definitely done that before. We've done it on stream plenty of times, but whatever you decide. Thankfully, it is just a game, so you can do what you want with said game. But yeah, I think right now, in your cut of ELA cars, is there the stuff for the bridge, or is that probably going to be in the next drop?
No, the bridge stuff is in that group.
Okay. Cool. Then that means we can
Just
probably
working on getting get to a runaround point here.
Gotcha.
So on the front end of that cut instead of the back end.
Gotcha. You mean you don't want to shunt with no visibility several miles?
Preferably not.
Damn.
I mean, I've done it before, but I prefer to see where I'm going.
Who needs to see where they're going?
It's kind of overrated, actually.
I mean, I already got poor visibility as it is with a big ass spoiler in front of me. So half the track I can't see anyway.
Yeah.
Of all of us, I think you got the best visibility as far as locomotives go.
Yeah. Are the Bryson interchange mods still usable? Absolutely. We have those on our map here.
Oh yeah, so while you were gone, Angry, we determined I had an outdated version of Rail Loader. That was my problem, not necessarily that I didn't have the right mods.
Aha! That would do it.
'Cause
I think
used your
General or
link.
Midland had that same problem a few days ago.
Yeah, I used your link and I still had the same error messages.
Huh. Well, that's always just General's fault. Just remember. Always General's fault. So we're getting up here back to Ela, and we're going to use this opportunity to just shove this entire cut up the hill. Let's see. So we need to have this switch thrown for us. Yep. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit so we're not just blazing through here at Mach 10.
But it's fun to blaze through there at Mach 10.
Well, I don't want to derail. That's my main problem. So. I do like how these cars just rock gently back and forth and they're all uneven. That does make it nice. These are very nice indeed. Is that who I think it is? Is it the one? The only? General Stonewall!
Could be. You have no proof.
That's true. Hey, General. Hey, General.
Mm-hmm.
I teased for the class that you got something cool accomplished in the last 2 days or so.
I
Would you like to
accomplished
share
something?
with the yeah, do you want to tell the class what you got or what you ordered?
50-gallon bucket of no. I mean, I could, or we could save it for later.
Wow, you tease.
I could. I bought
Huh.
Angry a rail cleaning car.
Wow. The biggest news of all time. That's not a joke, though. He actually did do that. He got a good deal on it, though.
Screw it. I'll hold on. What's the name of the server?
It's either the usual or the other usual.
The usual or the other? Oh, I found it. Mods haven't changed, right?
The only things that got added, I put in the chat for us here.
Oh.
In there.
Hold, please. Oh.
You don't need to
Dang it.
download the big one. It'll just be those 5.
I know, but I just tried to join the server, so now I'm gonna have to back out and come back. But yes, for the class, I am now the proud owner of an AccuCraft 260 F-scale mogul in Livesteam.
Hey! He owns the live Steam.
I have taken the big dumb juice and gone full bore with Livesteam.
Yes. And when General is up where I live in the next month or so, we are planning a time for him to run said live steam locomotive on either whatever the hell is built of the layout, or we will. I will set up a loop of track on my concrete slab in front of my house and just run it in circles if we need to.
Yes. Also, are all these
UMM,
Railloader?
I think. UMM.
UMM? Okay.
Also called the big Celestial Caboose wants to see a steam locomotive do Mach 10. I don't know if I'd want to. I think there'd be a large explosion. And Teddy TV, hello, you're back. Sorry you've been around for the streams. That's A-okay. No one is required to be here on the streams. Except for General, but that's because he's General.
I'm generally important to the stream.
He is generally important to most general things.
Mm-hmm. So, general application.
Yeah, general time for all.
Speaking generally of general applications, I just realized I may already have steam oil and rod lubrication oil.
Ooh, nice.
Because I have one of those little small stationary power plants.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that burn like the little chemical pellets.
Yeah.
And so with that, I had steam oil and excuse me. I had steam oil and I had lubrication oil. I just got to find where they are.
Excellent. Well, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Are you still running? Oh, that's Derail Valley. Why is that on Derail Valley? What version of Railloader are you running?
0.32, I think.
0.32.2?
Let me pull it up.
10.2.
10.2.
10.02.
Because my current in-game version is 0.31.1.0, and then it says download 32.2.
Yeah, I'm on 32.2.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
Update it. Excellent. All right. And then File Explorer. Downloads.
Look at all
Drag
these
and
hoppers.
drop.
Look at all these beautiful hoppers.
Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag and... No, don't go in it. Drag and drop. There we go. Also, Angry,
Yes.
with that car, happy belated birthday,
Oh, well, thank you.
I guess.
You know, you didn't need to get me that, but I appreciate it. I was fully prepared to Venmo you the incredibly valuable amount that car was worth.
Yes, but you're strapped on cash, so don't worry, I got you.
He says I'm strapped on cash. I'm just foolish. I'm just foolish.
You're strapped for cash. Don't deny it.
I can't get out of my engine.
Huh.
Don't fight it.
Oh, you're in that one. I forgot about that.
There we go. Now I'm
Are
free.
you stuck in the Camelback?
Yes, that is the one problem with the Camelback, is I get stuck in it.
Logs are delivered. Should I just see what's in the interchange and start moving stuff from there?
Yep, go ahead.
Should be the only thing left down there. Should be all for Whittier area anyway.
Yeah.
I see things moving.
Where are you standing?
At the engine house.
Okay.
In front of the number 3.
So I think right now, General, the only locomotive available is number 3.
Number 3. And it has the passenger train, looks like.
Yes, the open air car is currently under overhaul.
So you want me to get it, or
go ahead, like you can go ahead and switch it out so the open air car is left there, so you can still run the passenger stuff.
Well, the only passenger car we have right now is just the one car, and then there's technically
we
the
can
caboose,
fix
but
that
it's not.
because we actually have enough little free cash to do stuff.
But would it come in instantly, or would it be on next interchange?
It would be instantly, I believe.
Well, let's see.
So right now, if I wanted to go to the used market, we could get a P70 coach for $5,000.
That doesn't sound bad.
What's its condition?
23%. Its repair cap is at 80%.
It's at what percent?
23.
Ooh.
But we could also just buy a new one.
I'd say just buy a new one at that point.
Okay. Do you want
That
a?
sounds...
Let me back onto this train here, and I'll go ahead and buy you something. Do I still run the Suffer and Southern? The Suffer and Southern will never die. All railroads are a subsidiary of the Suffer and Southern.
And actually, if you had watched his last his stream on Railroads Online, you would have seen that it had made its glorious comeback.
Yes. We'll continue to dink around in Railroads Online occasionally. Again, the game is what it is.
Or
But, you know.
There's no mods on that one, is there?
Nope.
no, and I don't believe they ever planned for mod support.
Yep. All right, let's be nice and buy General something pretty.
What whistle is this? Oh, this is the southern one. Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Let's be nice to General. Buy him something pretty. Okay, so we can get you the old-fashioned coach. I could actually probably get you 2 of them.
Okay.
2 of the wood coaches. I could get you lightweight passenger coach like the 1915 steel side. What do you think? Do you want a steel car or the wood? I think the wood car will probably be fine. I can get you 2 of those.
I think the wood cars.
Okay, let's get you 2 wood cars. There's 2 new wood cars for you.
Excellent. Are they actually at the interchange?
They should be.
Yes, they are. They're on the one that has most of the cars on it, of course.
Of course.
Nice. Oh, at the very tail end of it.
As is tradition.
Okay, angry, coming down.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be backing into the repair track there with the repair parts.
I'm dropping
okay.
the
then
copper cars closest to the main line.
Okay.
hold on. Let me help you out here then a little bit.
Well, repair parts can go on either track.
Yeah,
Can
they
they?
can go on either. They move that.
Okay. Let me get out of your way then.
And Trainiac, good to see you. Thank you. So, we're going to go ahead, grab
Alright.
this one car that's bound for the interchange. And then we'll grab the hoppers. And then we'll probably, if I am being dropped off hopper cars, which that is what I believe, Arctic, you said you're doing.
Yes.
Then I will go ahead and drop those back off. at the place. So we'll bring cars down. We'll bring cars up.
You can go ahead and move. I'm going around to try to get these passenger cars.
Yep, I was just giving you time to get through the switch.
I will say, and this is going to sound very self-centered and kind of conceited for the moment, but I don't care. It is nice to be back on YouTube, and I know for a while I've kind of been away and working on other stuff, but it's nice to see all 40 some of you watching right now. So almost 50 of you. So thank you for deciding to tune in and check out what I have to offer. Hope you're enjoying it. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get this flat here. Go ahead and move up. Come on, you slow-ass engine. I love you, but you're slow. That's what my mother used to tell me.
Be right back. I actually got to go shift some clothes, so
Cool.
yeah, I'll be right back. My train is currently parked at the head of the East Whittier yard.
Nice. Okay, let's go ahead. Get the handbrakes kicked off. Go ahead. So, I also just messaged the owner of Railroad City Models, or whatever the heck it's called. Basically the model train shop over in Altoona, so we'll see what their pricing and turnaround time could be on installing the decoder. Because I want to get stuff going on the sooner side with my thing. So, if I can drive an hour and get it done instead of 2 hours each way, that'd be great. But I probably will still do some stuff at the Berg. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. We do need to get a switcher. It might not be a terrible idea to bring back the banana train and have the banana train live up here and be a switcher. But then that means we'd have a diesel on the railroad. Egad. But who knows? Okay. We'll go nice and slow as we go down here. Now, the other nice thing is, as I start to build this layout coming up, I've got a couple of friends that are going to be helping me out. One of them does like landscaping as a job, so they are actually well qualified to know what is realistic to do and what is not, and hopefully he's going to tell me if I'm full of crap about something. So we'll see. But I'm also hoping on Sunday, depending on the weather, because I don't really have a life, or Monday, to be able to do some site prep in advance of building the layout. So that'll be fun. That'll be me, a shovel, and my cursing at the Lord. Or some combination thereof. Junazan, thank you for following on Twitch. Appreciate it. Man, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now, and I feel great. We're going to keep this up for a while then. Okay, come on. Get past the switch stand. Where's the switch stand? There's the switch stand.
I live.
Do you, though?
I mean, maybe.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
Synthetic.
Undoubtedly. Holistically.
Ah. How do you update the
Motorized.
mods you already install in Unity Mod Manager? Basically, the best way to do that is to download the new version of the file. Oh, shoot, I'm about to dump this train. Well, it's going to dump either way, so. Not if I run to the end. Nope, it dumped. It dumped. Damn it. The best way is just to download the new version of the file. So go to Nexus Mods or the Discords or anything like that. Download your files. And then from there, just drag it into UMM and it'll automatically update and replace the files for you. So. Because I don't think you can just go into UMM and hit the button for update. It doesn't do it automatically. You have to physically download whatever the new one is. Okay. Well, this is going to take forever, so I'm going to go ahead and dump the train. And then we're going to go ahead and just recharge it. Because if you dump it and then do it, it might kick out whatever's blocking the brake line. And damn it, I just got another hopper.
Of course you did.
Well, the good news is I have to come back up here anyway, so I'll grab whatever the next hopper is when I come back up here. So we'll just have to wait for this train to charge. Remember,
Who is
chat,
dinking
dive
around-
Unpogger, so don't. Oh boy.
Who's what?
Who's dinking
Unpoggers.
around in East Whittier right now?
I bet it'll be Garion.
Arian.
I'm in Whittier.
Okay. Gary, and so where are you at right now then?
I am just coming up on Y to go up the hill
But why?
because I need to flip to the other side of the train.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm gonna be taking up like the farthest track in the yard on both ends.
Okay, my next spot is the sawmill. So
Okay. For all those, do you already have the cars you need?
yeah, I already have the cars. I just got to deliver them.
Okay.
If I use the price and interchange mods, can I turn off the silver interchange? Absolutely. All you do is you go into... Let me get some steam off. You go into locations and you go to where your interchange is and you just uncheck the boxes as enable. And you can do that for whatever interchanges you don't want to deal with. So, there you go. And hello, Matt Anakin. Welcome.
An Anakin?
Yes. See, I've got one car that is just slowly charging. Are my brakes off? Actually, I'm going to use this opportunity to make sure everything's oiled. Because that probably could be a bad thing if I don't, so that's fine.
Obligatory reminder to lube your boxes.
Yeah.
I've done that on occasion.
Okay.
Okay.
You might want to check those hoppers when you get down to hook up to them.
I will.
Well, you know.
Oh, yeah, this one was at 18%. And you're welcome. As some of you know, like Janazan, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. I try to look at the chat and respond as much as I can. There are some days where that doesn't happen. And I know sometimes people get pissed at that, but look, I'm doing my best here. That's all I will say. There was a second hopper that was really low. There was a third hopper that was really low. A fourth hopper that was really low. It's going to be a fifth hopper? Nope, they're fine. Cool. That'll get me to where I need to go. And looks like the brakes are off. So let's go ahead and get this cut rolling then. And Big Bad John, I have not seen you on for a while. Hello, Big Bad John. Hope you're doing well, man. So.
Hey, Gary, am I clear to cross back over to get near the engine house and stuff, or are you going to be coming through?
I think you're good right now. I'm just coming off the Y.
Okay.
But why?
I would say because, but I'm not over there.
Okay. Now let me see. You have those on the track closest to there, so
Closest
I
to
should
the
not
main
go
line.
down the track. Perfect. Oh, this is a heavy train.
Oh,
You mean it might take both of us to get back?
Yeah, I'm thinking if you stick around, we might need the power to get back.
Okay.
I will throw your switch for you, by the way, Gurian.
Thank you.
You're lined into the sawmill.
But what if you're not?
And I'm totally going the wrong direction.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were going.
I was not watching my train.
Apparently not.
Remember, kids, keep your Johnson bars in the right direction and your journal boxes lubed.
Wise words from General Stonewall. You're watching from your TV mostly, so YouTube doctor coming on YouTube. Aha!
That's the neat part. You can watch on your phone and comment through your phone.
The horror.
We have the technology. Or you could try to fanatically type out what you're trying to say on your TV remote.
I don't know
I think that's a thing.
That doesn't work anymore with YouTube. You have to actually connect to your phone to type comments.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last of the bridge cars are set.
I set my switch back to normal for you in case you needed to go that way.
Thank you.
Excellent. Wait, switchbacks.
No switchbacks, only branch lines.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, start slowing down. Honest thought on the Reading and CNJ Camelbacks, General Angry. I've seen a CNJ Camelback at the B&O Railroad Museum. It's cool.
Yes.
That's.
I've also seen the same Camelback. Wait, at the CNO or at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum?
The Baltimore in Ohio, the one at Baltimore. And Big Bad John, thank you for the $20. First person view is not needed for this donation.
Wait.
Lol, not a fan of the first person. I appreciate you more than you know right now. However, to make it easy to uncouple, I am going to first person, so deal with it.
Doesn't the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum have a Camelback there? Same Camelback?
They might. And, oh gosh!
Oh,
Now the chaos has begun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evilson, for 10 memberships gifted. Hey, and Antimatter got a membership out of that. Adrian J. and a few other people that we see regularly, so that's cool. Evilson, do you want me to do first person? I will if you tell me.
But if you got one donation saying don't do it, and one donation that says do it, do they cancel each other out?
I don't know. I will let Evilson be the one to tell me my fate. But as a precaution, I'm already in first person. So... Thank you, Evilson. You're the best. All right. I am in third person. Thank God.
got to duplicate the cosmetics to the other two to the other two cars. I just realized that. Because we have custom paint jobs on these cars.
We do. Yeah, Trainiac Age of Steam did get one of the camelbacks that the Berg had, or the only camelback the Berg had. As far as I know, they have no plans to restore it to operating condition, but they just are going to do a cosmetic. I could be wrong. I don't know.
They need to see a camelback running. But I think they have other locomotives that would come first, don't they?
Yeah. Well, the 7312, a.k.a. the 31, is the current one that they're working on, kind of as a side project. In the words of Palpatine, do it. Lol. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead, back the big train up. And then I guess we're going to go back all the way through and drop off that other car. Yeah, we'll do that on that track just to make it easy. But that'll go ahead and switch this out. And I will say, I really do appreciate the donations, Big Bad John and Evil Son, with that. As you know, as I've been saying this entire stream, the Garden Railroad is happening. It is happening, people. The stuff is literally getting delivered to me in 5 days. So in just over a week, we are going vertical with the layout. And that layout is not going to be cheap. But I will be filming it, especially with Midland coming over to help. He'll make sure it gets filmed. So we'll definitely have that stuff to share with you. And I appreciate all the support you all have ever given me. So thank you. So, yeah. F-scale railroading. You know, I've thought about it. I think I might actually sell my O-scale collection.
What do you have? Oh.
I have a bunch of MTH stuff that I got from my grandfather as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the thing is, I have not run that layout regularly in years. It's currently at my parents' place. It's set up. But, like, I think the G scale is going to be what I stick with. Because I've always wanted it since I was a kid. Like,
yeah.
I would keep some of it. Like, my grandfather had a real nice, like, tin plate engine and cars and a few other things. I might just get rid of some of it, but not all of it. But I don't know. Part of me is like very nostalgic about stuff that if I got it from my grandfather, I don't want to get rid of it. You know, because it's a memory of him. But at the same time, realistically, like, I don't know if I'd really have the space, and I'm already putting all this money towards the G scale, so it's or F scale. Do I model HO scale as well? No, I have not ever modeled HO. The only thing I have is I have one of those Bachmann ON30 sets of the Rio Grande, and I have like one or two EBT cars that I got through our gift shop. F scale stands for, I'm not repeating that. F scale, you know, I just find it really cool. I've always been a fan.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah, basically. Basically. So I don't know. But it's going to be a time. It is going to be a time.
Because it's time to build a railroad?
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. Bum.
Wait, who stole two from the passenger train?
We have all of the locomotives currently occupado, sir. If you would like a locomotive, we will need to purchase it.
I desire a locomotive, please.
Okay, let's look at the used market, and then let's going to get the used engines.
That's
we
fine.
get you a G16 with an S23 tender at 10%.
God.
We could get you a Santa Fe with a smaller tender, a Decapod.
I kind of like the Decapod.
We could get you a
I mean,
Mastodon with the
Decapod
wrong
movie.
size tender, or a C55 with the wrong size tender.
I'm in a Decapod mood.
He wants his nice deck.
What do you think, people? Should I go ahead and buy him the Decapod? It's at 50%. It needs an
So
overhaul.
it's serviceable.
Yeah,
Needs
well,
an overhaul, but it is serviceable.
The used market describes it as a fixer-upper.
Ran when parked.
Mm.
Also, a P70R coach?
Oh, we looked
all right,
at that. It's like
I got
it's like
you
20%.
off the used market.
Quote unquote new Decapod.
New Decapod!
What did that say?
It said
Ragtime
The
first
Angry
a
Rain-
new D46 Decapod.
yeah, quote unquote new.
New.
It's like your boss coming in saying, "Hey, we bought a new piece of equipment."
Uh-oh.
New.
It's new to us, therefore it's new.
Yeah. Holy crap! There's like 70 something passengers here.
Soon we'll have more for stuff to more stuff for people to do, because we will hopefully soon be in Bryson. So
I'm glad we bought these other two passenger cars because we wouldn't have fit them all on here otherwise.
yeah, because the open air car Midland is currently getting overhauled.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Angry, I've got the ones you left down there pulled down to the side track, and I'm blocking the main line on the far side.
Okay. I'm coming. I'm going to grab the one other car here, and then I guess I will also join you for the slog back. General,
leaving,
here's a question for you in the chat.
Yes.
Do you prefer the number 89 or the 90 from the Strasburg Railroad?
Remind me again.
We rode behind the
Hold on.
89. The 90's the Decapod.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. So then 89 is the lovely little mogul, and then the 90's the Decapod.
Yes.
Honestly, the 89.
Hey, Midland, be aware I'm heading towards interchange with cars from the sawmill.
Okay.
We're not moving that way yet.
Well, I'm leaving Whittier now with this passenger train, so
Oh, you should be good. I'm sitting as long as you're not going past Ella, you'll be fine.
okay.
Not that the track goes much further past Ella anyway.
Track does not go past Ella, I don't think.
Actually,
Does
there's
it?
stuff that needs to be picked up at the Borden Creamery if someone wants to run down there and get those cars. Which is on the east side of Whittier.
East side, west side. But yes, number 89 is my preference from the Strasburg Railroad, and if I had to have a standard gauge locomotive.
Wow. Big words.
All right, I'm
Fight me.
past your switch then, Midland.
Roger.
It's just a lovely little locomotive. It seems like it's a very astute little locomotive.
And Luke Greffer,
Oh.
congratulations on your membership. Glad you got one. And thank you again to
Good.
Eagleson for gifting them.
Would,
And
would
everyone
somebody
on-
be so kind to drag the Decapod to the coal and water, please?
Was it out of water?
Oh, is it completely out?
Yes.
Ah, I did
No.
not realize that was the thing.
That is a thing.
I
I'll
mean,
come drag you over there, Midland, as soon as I drop these
I
cars off.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Also,
I guess it makes. I just heard a whistle. Why did I just hear a whistle?
Oh, I think you heard me because I can hear you. I mean, 89 does have Baker valve gear, yes. But Baker valve gear is not the end all. Walshirts is. Remember that.
I thought Southern was.
Southern's just fucked up Walshirts.
And yet, the broad top runs it.
Runs 3 of, well, at one point ran 3 of them.
No. Didn't it run more? Because I
It
thought
ran
like the majority.
The 16, the 17, and the 18 all at Southern, and 12, 14, and 15 had Walshirts.
Ah.
I love it. Trainiac slaps the side of the Decapod. She runs like new. Exactly. Exactly. Midland, do you prefer Western Maryland 734 or Durgwa 491?
I hate to say it. Actually, no, I don't hate to say it. 734. I prefer big former
Chunky
Lake Superior
280.
and Ispenmain.
Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Hi, General.
Hey.
You're going to need a little bit more room there.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Trevor Stein,
Yeah.
hello. How are you guys liking the Camelback? I'm partial to the 060 and the Skookum. We'll probably get a Skookum eventually to handle a lot of the logging stuff. And the 060 Camelback here is awesome. Do like it quite a bit. It is the most powerful locomotive we have on the line right now. I guess no. Technically, the Decapod's now the most expensive on the line, or the biggest on the line.
It is now the big engine.
Yep, but eventually we're gonna get a P40 for the next, or not P40, C40 for the next engine, I think.
Mastodon.
And Ebelson, thank you for the $5 saying Capriati valve gear is Capriati valve gear. Caprati valve gear is the coolest valve gear. All hail the poppet valve. What the hell's a poppet valve?
It's what they're sticking on the new build T1.
Oh.
Oh, the like U-joint valve geared stuff.
Yep.
Ah.
All right. So Arctic, I am tied in. We have a small problem.
All right.
That
Yeah,
problem
I
is
should
named
train
General
away.
Stonewall.
Look.
So once General pulls forward past the switch, then we can go ahead and back our way to.
Wait,
Glory.
did that say 17 fares?
Yeah.
I have way more than 17 people.
Yeah, just stay stopped there.
I am
And
stopped.
Big Bad John celebrating a year of
Oh.
membership. Yeah, a whole year.
I
Nice.
know what it is. I released my train brakes, so it probably
Yeah, it stopped
diffed
the
it a little
unload.
bit.
Yeah. And OK Angry, he's got one from me from Strasburg. Tim, do you prefer 2102 or SPNS 700? Don't at me, SPNS 700.
I get it.
To quote Marge Simpson, I just think it's neat.
It is neat. It is a neat engine.
And Jordan Freeman saying, I've only been to Strasburg once, but been to TVRM at least 30, or it's about 30 minutes away, so been there a lot. Awesome. And thank you for supporting your local railroad museum / tourist railroad. I'm sure they appreciate that quite a bit. And ZVK with $5 saying, blame Midland for all the debt on this railroad. Yes, we will blame Midland for all the debt on this railroad.
That would be an entirely accurate statement.
I'm not going to load on passengers. I'll get out y'all's way.
Appreciate it.
And
And
then, General,
Alex
when
Beck
you
saying rotary cam gear, baby. Yes?
that is, yeah, that's Caprati /
Ah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, here's another question. Man, this is like question day. I love this. This is the most active you guys have been in a while. I love it. I guess Wednesday afternoon / evenings are when people come out for the Railroader content. That or I hit the algorithm again. It's one of the two. I don't know.
Are we set to go on mainline?
Yeah, we're good. But let's see. General, do you prefer the Texas or the Reno?
Ooh, I'm assuming they're talking about the 440s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the Texas. That personal preference, I like the Texas better. But that may also because I'm partial to the whole Western, the whole Great Locomotive Chase thing, and involving the General Steam Locomotive. You know, that one.
Aha.
The General.
The General.
Pulls you back
Buster
now,
Keaton,
Midland.
the General.
Oh, there's the banana train. I was wondering where
And
that
there it is.
was.
Exactly. Let's see. Alex Beck saying 700 is a good machine. Yes. Trevor saying, honestly, Spookwood was pretty good early from for Kirkland, at least sending 20-plus cars up the grade. That is good information to know, because honestly, we've only touched the surface with Kirkland, and I'm thinking when we do get to freaking Bryson, we'll up everything to tier 3 and start giving us a few more cars to run. White Pass aficionado to 400. Okay, Angry. Here's the question: do I prefer White Pass 192 or White Pass 73? Did you really have to ask the question? Do you not know what runs in my basement? White Pass 73 all the way. You see it when people donate like $5 to $10 in the thing. So that is my answer.
White
If
Pass.
you can do it. ZVK Studio saying Q&A with Angry. Yes, this has now become the Q&A with Angry and Friends. Deal with it. Jordan Freeman saying Google the British Steam Locomotive 71,000 Duke of Gloucester 462 with 3 cylinders, Captain Karate valve gear, and Kyle Chap exhaust. What is Kyle Chap exhaust? You guys are like now throwing stuff my way that I've never heard of before, and it's making a brain hurt.
I think that's like the. I don't want to say it wrong. That might have been one of those like weird experiments to increase efficiency, but I can't remember.
Did you say was kind of just a weird experiment engine where British Rail tried everything?
Yeah, wasn't that exhaust like a weird experiment to increase the draft of the fire and more complete combustion?
Yes.
Okay.
As was most exhaust experiments. That's why a lot of British engines have like a double stack.
Yeah. Okay. And
Why
then
3 cylinders though?
US ATC S160 611. Yes, that is a real engine. That's the Type B Franklin. Or Franklin Type B, unless I'm mistaken. I, again, have no idea what that is. And I agree with ZVK. Carpati sounds like a type of pasta. So.
Well, funny enough, it was invented by an Italian, if I remember right.
Well, that is an Italian name, so it is pasta now.
I think the guy's name was like.
It is
Frank
officially pasta. Okay.
It is officially dubbed the pasta valve gear.
Yes, pasta valve gear. We are only referring to it in that sense now on. White Pass aficionado 400 asking, does General prefer Scotsman, or Mallard?
Scotsman, just because I played with it in Train Sim when I was a kid.
Microsoft Train Simulator, MSTS? Hell yeah,
Yes.
brother. Played the shit out of that game as a kid.
Yep.
Settled Carlisle.
What?
Settled Carlisle mine.
Let's see. Ooh. Okay. How many passengers? Holy shit! There's like 100 and something passengers here.
Nice.
I
Yes.
didn't think there was that many people in Whittier.
Also, I owe you 5 minutes of first person. Okay, fine. I'll get you first person for 5 minutes. See, Evilson and Big Bad John were nice to me, CVK. You just want to cause me pain and suffering. And again, for those who might be watching who are new, for those who donate either memberships or super chats, if you donate those, I will then, for $1 a minute, be in first person to make my life a living hell. And any funds do go to support the Ragtimer and his model training session. So thank you.
You got a couple more. You've got Southern 2716 or Norfolk and Western 611.
I'm not very familiar with 2716, so I'm gonna have to go with 611 as a default.
For context, 2716 is the one that Kentucky Steam Heritage is restoring.
I know that. Yeah, I just don't know much about it, so I don't want to comment on something that I don't know about.
Big chooch.
Another Van Swearingen Burke.
Yes. Big chooch.
Pet Central 1969 asking, one for Angry, 1361 or 1223. I feel like I have to answer 1361 because of my proximity to Altoona. I've seen the 1223 at the Railroad Museum in Strasbourg. It's cool. But, Oh, I do have the mod in here, though. If we wanted to go down that road, where is it? We do have the A26 Atlantic, I think, with a...
Yes, we should.
With the Pennsylvania Railroad striping on the side.
I think we do.
Thought we did.
Is this where the Whittier and Western becomes the Strasbourg in the 80s?
Look, it will be what it is.
It is what it is. Hey, I'm here for it, to be honest with you. I haven't for Atlantics.
A23 American. Yeah, we have a PRR aligned A23. So
I want it. I need it.
Okay, if we do that, I would say we sell the Mogul.
Sell the Mogul.
I'm okay with that. That Mogul's kind of sad. Oh, wait, why sell the Mogul? Why not sell the 10-wheeler?
Do you not want a banana train?
We can replace it. With
the
a proper banana train.
Arctic Grey Wolf, your thoughts?
Huh?
We're talking about selling your engine to get you a much nicer 440.
Okay.
Okay.
442.
No, the Wait, what? The A23 is a 440.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I was thinking. Never mind.
So yeah, once we drop off these cars, let's go ahead and we'll sell your locomotive and get you a new one. Let's see. What is the opposite of a triangle? Asked Jake.
Okay, Angry, it's set to sell. All we gotta do is just back it all the way into the interchange.
Alrighty.
There are still cars in the interchange at the moment. I'm backing in to connect to them.
Well, we're coming through Whittier right now. At about 20 miles an hour.
Oh, we can slow down. That's not a problem.
Need it.
Which track are you guys going on?
I gotta have it.
Well, we have Midland in the way either way.
That's why I was
out of
asking.
the way momentarily. Don't worry.
I'm coming in on track 2.
Okay, we are passing the Y right now.
But why?
Shut up. Let's see. I don't know what the opposite of a triangle is, Jake, so I'll let you answer that question. Maybe a rhombus of terror? I don't know. Edmund Fitzgerald or the Titanic? I really don't know boats at all. So honestly, if people ask boat questions, I'm not really going to answer them. I know people like them. I just will default to the Titanic because it's the anniversary of its sinking.
Is it actually tonight?
It was last night.
Yesterday or the day before. It's recent.
Yeah.
You know what?
You have brakes I've cut out.
Okay.
But
good.
the Edmund Fitzgerald was like a big iron ore tank hauler or bulk hauler in the Great Lakes that got caught in the early winter storm.
I think Gordon Lightfoot in this song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's say. Alex Beck, so I had to do a clean install of Railroader because none of my mods were working. And also the 5 minutes are up. So I'm going to watch Angry's video on modding Railroader. Well, I appreciate that people still find that useful. So that is good to know. Let's see. 1223 is a movie star. Yes. Which of these two Dollywood Express locomotives would I prefer? X White Pass and Yukon 70 or X USATC number 192? Did you have to ask the question?
I mean, technically speaking, they're both White Pass engines.
Yes, but it's a 70. No questions asked. No more further questions. We need the
No more further questions will be
D16SBs in
entertained.
game LOL. I don't know what those are. Trainiac, I got one for Angry and Friends. Union Pacific Challenger 3985 or Norfolk and Western 1218.
1218.
Midland.
Of those two, the one I have a better connection with is 3985.
Well, as a tiebreaker, I'm going for 1218. And I agree with Jordan Freeman and Penn Central 1969. Except if 3985 is doled up as Clinchfield 676. That is true. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Angry, I'm assuming you're not going to reverse so I can get...
Why
that
is your
switch.
lettering bright green?
Because colors are hard. So
Also,
I will
that
change it
locomotive looks like
momentarily since
dirt.
you want me out of the way.
That locomotive looks like dirt. It needs overhauled.
Is it burnt? Did you
Trial
drop it in
cap
dirt?
exhaust was 4 stacked nozzles with a gap in between to alternate suction and mixing of smoke steam. Did prove more efficient by distributing suction evenly across all tubes. Excellent.
So it gave it the good suck.
I need someone to isolate that clip and then send me the audio file of that so we can add it as a soundboard, please.
And I am clear of the interchange.
Alrighty. So we're coming through now to drop off on track 2. Penn Central, we already asked that question, 190 or 70. The answer is 70. So.
The answer is always 70.
Yeah.
Unless it's 69.
Right.
Also, for some reason, I keep getting like frame stutters. I'm not sure why.
Time change.
It might be.
Also, General, I'm going to turn on the Y. If you want me to take over the passenger train, I can.
I mean, I'm running it now either way. Also, Strasburg, Tim, do you even have to ask Tweetsy 12 or Molly 12? Tweetsy 12.
I'm assuming they mean Millie 12.
Yeah,
What is Molly
I
12?
guess, I don't know. Unless there's a drug?
No, we're not talking about that kind of Molly here. Strasburg Tim, please advise whether Molly 12 is a different engine than Millie, aka East Broad Top 12. And also to follow up question, Lily Bell versus Montezuma, the Lily Bell.
Really?
Disney.
Yes.
Disney.
Disney World.
Disney World?
So I think I've decided my next trip to a Disney theme park will most likely be Disneyland if I go. So Disneyland.
So the actual one in California.
Yes, the OG, because I really like that park.
I've never been. I've been to Disney World, but I've never been to Disneyland.
How many vacation days you gonna have later this year, General?
Well,
You can
considering
stop
I'm
anywhere
taking,
in there, Angry.
Okay.
considering
I'm
I'm
gonna try to
taking
pull
a whole
through.
week,
To get to the end of the string here, just so we have a little more room on the front.
Right.
Bermuda, Jamaica,
Come on.
Where are
Don't
you?
stop there. Just keep going. A little more. We're going to optimize.
Did you really name it number at 90?
Yes.
He's going all in on the Berg.
Hey, I just realized that max repair on that thing is 60%.
Yeah, its overhaul was due 8,600 miles ago.
So if you overhaul it now, will it be able to get back up or no?
We would have to set it to repair overhaul. It will be down for a significant amount of time.
Excellent. That thing is so brown.
How now, brown cow? Okay. Let me back away real quick. We're going to drop off this other hopper, and then I will get you your locomotive momentarily.
Beat it, Marcy. I'm busy. Got a date and I'm late. Go back to your mate. You old cow, you old cow, you old cow.
What's Midland's favorite? The Colorado Midland, the Midland Valley, the Midland Railway of Kansas, or the Midland Railway in the UK?
Of those four, my absolute favorite, and it's because they have just a massive 060 that was a 260. The Colorado Midland. It's just a batshit railroad.
Yes.
Insanity.
That was the answer I was hoping you'd say, because if you'd said anything different, I would have told you you're smoking crack. Anyways.
I'll be right back.
I think it might be the decapod that is the source of my lag. I cannot handle the power, the enormous power of the deck.
the decapod.
I cannot handle the power of the deck, apparently.
RGS 20 or SP 18? RGS 20.
Well, not even
Because
a
Rio
thought.
Grande Southern. Rio Grande Southern. I mean, so what if I have a
Grande.
Galloping Goose in my basement right now?
It's the Rio Grande Southern, the Galloping Goose.
Thank you, City McCall.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Wait,
Okay.
CW McCall.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
CW McCall?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, that's CW McCall.
I need to get the Galloping Goose as a sound bit.
I mean, there's also like the little interlude where it has like the really nice like timpani drums going in the middle of that. It's pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can easily see like steam engines cranking up the Ophir loop, and then the gooses, you know, just kind of floating by.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
number one,
Midland.
you've served us well, but it's time for
yeah,
you to
one-
die.
I take it by the fact you're still maneuvering through the Y. You really, really want to haul the passenger train.
It would be my preference, yeah.
Fine.
Well, it's okay. We're gonna have another industry drop here in just a little bit. I might fast forward time.
Yeah.
Okay, because looks like Garion's down there taking care of the switching with the for the board and creamery, so that's good. Let's see up here. We do have stuff in the yard, the east yard at Whittier, and by east yard I mean like across the river from Whittier proper. There's at least 5 or 6 cars that need to be. Excuse me.
Midland, I'm gonna need you to hold short of the switches over there so I can get out of your way.
Yep.
I assume you're going to hook all that stuff onto the other other train.
Yeah, we're gonna put it all so it's all on one track just to make it easy. And then that way, hopefully, the new locomotive, it goes on the other free track. That way, it's there. Dergwa 168 versus RGS 20. I would still pick RGS 20. 168's a cool locomotive. I saw it run on air in Antonito. But the 20 is the 20. I cannot handle the power of the 90. Maybe. In the words of Palpatine, unlimited power. Official PR asking Death Star or second Death Star?
Death Star.
Death Star?
I mean, they both kind of exploded, so
Eclipse class Star Destroyer. That's my final answer.
General,
You're
why did
clear.
you go that way?
So you could get on the train.
I thought you were heading back to the yard.
No, you get on the train. Go on the train. You get on the train. You go. I was expecting, as antsy as you were already turning around on the Y, you were already be up here. I didn't expect you to hold all the way back there.
You said hold short, so I did.
I meant the switches up here.
Okay. All right, so I need $7,000, $7,000.
$7,000 EDs.
I need more money.
For once, I'm not the sole reason this railroad's in debt.
Not the sole reason. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not denying that I am a reason, but I'm not the sole.
Where is
reason.
where is it? Ooh,
It's on track.
it's pretty. It's lime green.
We're gonna
Yeah, it
fix
can be
that real
changed.
quick.
They were green. It is a very pretty choo-choo.
Oh my God, it has a white cab roof. We're fixing
Wait, does
that.
it?
Yes.
Do we want a red cab roof? No, that doesn't look right.
I like the red.
What did 1223 have on it? Does it have red?
Hold on, let me pull up the photo.
I have an idea. Hold, please. Equipment.
The Wikipedia photo shows black cab roof.
Then there's your
Well,
answer.
I have an idea though. Mr. Krabs, I have an idea. Let me customize something real quick, and we'll get a yay nay.
Is he gonna put like a yellow roof on it?
No.
Oh, please, no.
What color was that one, Angry? Second color?
White currently.
No. The cab roof.
Hold on, I'm trying to find a color photo of it. Give me a second.
Fine, then I'll just test it myself. That didn't do anything. It like flashed across and then didn't do anything.
Wait, no, my mistake. It is red on the top.
Oh, it's because you're still customizing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's close.
What about? Oh wait. I think you can color the cap stack. The stack
Yes.
cap. Yes.
But that also does your
Window pane. Or excess trim.
Yeah.
Do it all at. Ooh, no. I know what we need to do here. Hold up. Where's the passenger train? There's the passenger train. You should be loaded, by the way, Midland.
I know. I was just taking a moment to look at the new engine.
He's over here admiring his deck. Probably taking deck pics.
I have no idea if those are actual bird color. Oh God! Look at that tender.
now that looks good.
That actually
That's
came out
neat.
looking kind of cool.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah,
close-ish.
I dig that. I dig that.
Okay, hold on, but now there's red wheels on the engine.
That has to
hold-
do with the same as cap color, so you're either gonna have to deal with red on the wheels or not.
No, it wasn't the same as the cab color though.
No, the cap or the stack cap.
Oh, the stack cap. Well, hey, Angry,
Both of those are the
try,
same color.
let me try something real quick for the stack cap. Which one? Get out of the customize real quick. Let me see if it'll
Okay.
work. Which color was it? The third or the fifth?
I'm not sure. Wait, did my locomotive move? Yes, it did.
Let's see, is this the right? Okay. So
Thank you for this brief interlude.
let me take a picture of that so I don't lose what color that is.
Let's see. Here's one for Angry General in Midland. Peaches or Grandma? I am not sure what you're talking about. Like I know that ice
491 or
caused
346.
491.
All right, angry. I'm
I
attempting
do not
to
follow
apply.
the Heist cinematic universe closely, so I appreciate when people use actual engine numbers and not nicknames. Thank you.
Angry. I'm attempting to apply the same gold color to the 5th color, and it's not letting me.
Got it. Let me take care of it. There. It's not bad.
Yeah, but well, maybe if we like put the red color that was there in the 4th color, so it's like inversed of the tender.
Well, we can still do the tender separately.
No. But I'm saying it would be like a red square inside of a gold square versus a gold square inside of a red square.
Wait, we're in the red square?
Goes in the square hole. But yeah, if you like do the 4th color, I believe it was in that red color. I think it was just 47 lots of zeros. So that was the 5th color, I guess.
Like that?
Yeah, and then do the other color back to the gold for the stack cap and stuff.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that turned out not too bad on the tender either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks good.
Okay.
I like it.
If we're good with that, we'll stick with that for now.
Incidentally, what's the whistle on this thing?
You can choose it to whatever you want.
Whatever your heart desires.
Let's see. Wasn't the 060-260 a Midland terminal engine to exist before that change? I am not sure.
I thought it was a Colorado Midland engine.
Was it a Midland terminal? No, probably not. Let's see. 1223 Red Roof. 1223 to Red Roof. Everyone knows the phrase nook and crannies. Nooks can exist alone as separate entities, breakfast nooks, etc. Is it possible for a cranny to also exist on its own merit? Are you smoking something right now? Because if you are, I want to know what you have. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and refill on coal and water real quick. Just because that last trip did take a little bit out of this engine, because it's kind of a coal and water
It
haul.
might have been Midland Terminal.
Yeah, I'll have to get some coal and water myself.
So the 260-060 was the Midland Terminal, apparently.
Cool. Skookum or Betsy? Skookum. April 14th for the Titanic. Nickel Plate Road 777. Ultimate question: Orange Cat or Void Cat? I don't like cats, so neither.
I like all cats. All cats
That's
are
your
welcome.
problem, and you need to find Jesus.
The real knowledge is that black cats are orange cats, but the printer doesn't have color ink.
Huh.
Black cats share the same brain cell as orange cats.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and spiral us into a few more $1,000 of debt to buy a larger hopper for coal. Because we're almost through the one that we have.
Oh, did the Decapod take
The
out most of
Decapod
it?
sucked down all of our coal.
The Decapod. So the
Yeah,
Decapod
I
gave
still got
the
a
coal the
patrol
good
on
suck.
board, so I don't know how much I'm going to take.
Okay, we're going to buy 2 hoppers that are both Chesapeake and Ohio. Okay.
Is anyone arriving at Ella anytime soon?
I am not.
I'm not. I'm all the way out at the Creamier.
Okay. Then I'm gonna let these passengers unload, and I'll be right back to get a drink.
If you're not in debt, are you actually railroading? That sounds oddly specific to every part of my life right now. Although I will say,
angry.
in real life, I have now officially paid off 2 of the things I was financing. So I've paid off my iPad and my TV, so at least I don't have those anymore, which is nice.
Yes.
Hi, number 3.
Hi.
I have a feeling I'm going to suck down all the coal and leave the new engine nothing.
What is it with you and sucking?
Probably.
So let's go ahead and leave you some coal. I said leave you some coal.
Well, the hopper is empty.
Well, there's still a ton of coal in the hopper.
Yeah.
Actually, let me go back. I'll grab that hopper for you.
All right.
You know, this seems like the perfect time to go ahead and refill on coal and water.
General. For everyone, what's your favorite Midwestern railroad?
There's Midwestern railroads?
Well, I grew up around the Illinois Central, later known as the Illinois Central Gulf.
The Rock Island
Or
line,
became
because it has
something
a
else.
cool name.
I'm
And the
familiar with
song.
Rock Island as well.
Don't forget about the song. The song.
The
Yes.
Rock Island line. It's a mighty good road.
Exactly. It's the road to ride. Rock Island Road is a mighty good road.
Yep, that just killed all the coal.
Would the LNN technically count as a Midwestern railroad?
I mean, technically, it's in the like. I consider the Midwest like Ohio and West, but you know,
I mean, technically it went to Louisville, so
true. Although Wabash is a good answer too. That also is a good.
Wabash. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about the Wabash.
No one ever thinks about the Wabash.
Just sad. No one expects the Wabash.
In fact, those who do. No, I'm kidding.
LNN counts. Nickel plate. Okay. We'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water.
Okay. So, in game, we're at 7:30. We have another interchange drop in an hour, and I'm tempted, once we get this hopper in here, just to go ahead and advance time. We do have more cars in the Whittier little extra yard that we need to get to. I don't think it's worth it to go up and get the one hopper up at Kirkland.
No.
Oh, how
Also-
could we forget the Milwaukee Road?
Milwaukee Road.
The Milwaukee Road.
Does the C and O count? Because that technically goes to Ohio.
I would say the C&O is technically a Eastern Railroad that happens to dip into.
But
Same
it
thing with
does
like
go
New York
into-
Central.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, I guess. Also, this is your reminder to stay hydrated. This is a threat.
Oh.
If all of our locomotives need water, you need water too. Go, drink water.
Thank you, General, for being the true MVP.
As I hear someone crack open a soft drink.
Yep.
We're going to crack it over a cold one, my homies.
I should be clear enough that you can get out, I think.
Yep, I'm going to throw this car back, so...
I'm sorry, I just remembered the other night when we were playing Repo. Does this guy respond to sound? No? Okay.
Shoot.
And you failed.
Tell you what, I'll back into it, and I'll take it.
You know what? That would be awesome. Thank you. God damn it.
I would offer, but there's a locomotive in the way.
It's a pretty locomotive, too.
It is a very pretty locomotive.
Hey, General, do you want to go up to the eastern yard? I'll throw the switch for you, and you could do some switching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't wanna. I mean, I can.
I mean, I can also advance time by an hour and see what else we get. But
What?
there
I
are
mean, what is
approximately
over
one,
there?
two, three. There are four cars. Four cars that need to be picked up.
I would say wait till we get an interchange.
I also have some cars on my train for Carolina cotton and Whittier heating oil and kerosene.
I think those are the ones that need to be replaced.
I'd say wait till the interchange and then we just.
I still got to figure out where these go because I have no idea where those places
Those
are.
go to the eastern yard, that big conglomerate across from Whittier proper.
Okay.
Wait, where is your train?
I am at the creamery right now.
Oh, you're all the way down
Yeah.
there.
I'm about to head back to interchange. I got 2 cars left to connect to.
Yeah, those cars you got go to that section that's like over the river and through the woods, next to the sawmill, or Whittier proper.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait for Garion to come back with those cars because we can at least kick a couple of those into the interchange. That way they're gone.
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
heading
I
back
gotta
to
get out of the
interchange
way.
now.
Cool.
Hey.
I got 3 total cars that go to the interchange.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My
So
Karuba.
let's see. So we've got those. We just need to get the stretch over to Bryson open because then we can activate all of those contracts.
Oh, you got a lot of stuff that has to go to the eastern yard.
Yeah. And then meanwhile,
wow.
Midland is just dinking around with the pasture train, as is tradition.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whittier milk delivery.
That goes to the house truck.
Ah.
I went looking for that already.
Guys, isn't it going to be incredible? We're actually going to have a safe that goes across the bridge to Ela. Or up to Bryson.
Yes.
Small miracles will happen.
Before we suddenly get bored of it, throw it out, and start all over.
Exactly. Now you're thinking ahead. Because the nice thing is when we do start into Bryson, obviously with more logging, we have the brickwork thing over here, which we've never played with before. we've got the yard over here at Bryson's. We'll have plenty of space to store cars and equipment. And then we have all of the East or the Bryson yard cars to play with. So we'll have a lot to play with. And then we have a mega yard over here, apparently. Oh, God. I forgot we put this yard mod in.
What yard?
Which
What?
one?
It's the big one.
Oh, the Bryson Max.
Hey, General, apparently from JSJ for the $5 donation. Hey, General, in Steamed Hams, there's a can open sound effects. I guess you have access to that, and they are requesting you to play that sound effect.
Steamed Hams. Does he know which steamed hams?
I don't know.
The message
Steamed
said
from the
steamed hams
steamed clams
5.
we're having. Mmm, steamed clams.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Well, if no one else is going to the East Yard to grab cars, I'm going to go and grab them.
I'm trying to stay out of the way.
Steamed hams 5. There is a can. Steamed hams 5. Steamed ham.
Steamed Hams.
Oh wait.
Ah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, thank you, JJ, for the $5. Also, hello. I hope we're able to play some video games this weekend. Because I know we've only been talking about it for a while.
Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
Put me out.
Wonderful. Good time was had by all. I'm pooped.
Oh, God. Please
Yes,
no.
I should be. Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Please no.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Please no. Please no. Please.
Please, I beg you. Please, sir, no more.
I bet I know what's happening. JSJ's on us like a small break and is literally like, oh, I can cause some mischief. Like, chimes in for 5 seconds, throws a fiver in the pin, and is like, okay, bye! You know.
That's
pretty
full spin or
much what
grenade.
just happened.
Tosses it.
Like,
Yeah,
President,
opens
we do
door,
have a
pulls
live-
pin.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and pick up those cars from the East Yard. I'm here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm in there. No one else moved, so I went.
I moved out of your way.
You're a bitch. Anyways.
Wow. What? Tell me how you really feel. The man who just bought you a car. Real car.
Do I prefer Applebee's or Chili's? Applebee's. I think I've told
Applebee's
my
all the-
Applebee's story in here. But Applebee's. Okay, where's that fourth car? Okay, it's right there. Let's see. Anyone here done the nickel plate tri-state experience? I have not. I really want to do something like that.
Yeah, that I've heard really good stories about that trip, and I really want to do it.
Yeah, and Kelly Lynch is an awesome dude who runs
Sounds
it.
like
So.
fun though.
Dallin 9 throws a quack bang before a flashbang. Yes. Jordan Freeman asking if you were wanted on the run, where would you go?
Seems awful specific, but
Where no one
I
would
will
find
not
you.
reveal that information on stream because if further in a situation in the future that warrants or necessitated, I don't want this to be used as evidence of where to find me.
yeah,
IHOP or Denny's? Ooh. I think I
IHOP
have to
is
go
good.
with Denny's for the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
yeah.
You just can't
But
go
also,
wrong with it.
IHOP's not open at 2 a.m.
No, it
Denny's
is
has
not.
been Denny's has been there for me at times where I've needed it most.
Yes.
Although there is an awesome photo of me from college where I'm hanging out in a IHOP in a 3-piece suit. Yes, JSJ, I'm aware that you can do that, and you wouldn't. Yeah, no, it sounds like, Trevor, you've got a pretty awesome setup if you're going to that and Great Smoky Mountain and the Somerville experience.
Nice.
Man,
Ooh.
apparently the Waffle House question now is getting people fired up.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
There was a Waffle House question?
Yeah.
Waffle
what do
House
people think
will
about
always
Waffle
be-
House, though? Yeah.
Look, all I'm gonna say is the only time I go to Awful Waffle is if there's nothing else open and if I want entertainment and a show, or food and a show.
Oh, God.
Well, isn't
I
that
mean,
why
I've
you would
been
go
to
to any of those
Buffalo
type of
and
restaurants
Buffalo.
late at night?
No, because Denny's at least typically keeps most of the crackheads out. Waffle House, especially in certain areas, yeah.
Yeah, Squidward.
And the fun part is the staff can actually fist fight back.
What, Waffle House?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dallin 9.
Yeah, Waffle House is always open. Dallin 9 has a good point, but we know where Angry is. We just can't pinpoint exactly where he is in relation to the EVT, Strasburg, and Steamtown. And I'm going to keep it that way.
Excellent.
Midland knows where I live. General knows where I live. And that's all who need to know.
Denny's
Huddle
is
House
high.
is better.
Well,
What else-
considering
what-
I've never been to a Huddle House to compare, I cannot say anything.
Correct.
What is a Huddle House? I've never heard of
I
that
would
one.
agree that Huddle House is better. I have been to one.
So Huddle House, I believe it's another chain diner, essentially.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I will say, I've seen a question here in chat of Domino's or Papa John's. I had Papa John's recently, and they've gone downhill in recent years, at least out here.
After they fired the old CEO.
For being a shitty human being.
Yeah. What was he saying in that interview? The day of reckoning will come, or something like that. He did like some interview after he got canned, basically sounding like he was going to go on a villain arc or something like that.
Yeah. I don't deal with crackpots. That's why. So, he's a crackpot.
Ye-
For Domino's or Papa John's, Domino's is good. Pizza Hut is better. Come fight me, bro.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
There's no fight needed.
Let's
That's
put it like
just
this.
a fact.
Last year for Easter, and it's making me think if I should do it again. I went up because it was the only thing open, and I didn't have any food in my house. I had Pizza Hut for Easter last year.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
better than nothing.
it is better than nothing. Now I do have a tentative invite from somebody to go to their home for Easter this year, so I might actually have a family for Easter this year. Not saying I don't have family. My parents are just away on a cruise, and frankly, with how short the turnaround is to go to see them, I would not really have time to enjoy. I'd be like 3 hours on the road, meal 3 hours back, and then bye.
Yeah.
Yes, JSJ, you do
Now,
not
if I
know
was
where the
looking for
ragtime
So-
resides.
around where I live, we have a place called Mazio's, and it's very good.
So, kind of near where I work, there's a place called Star Pizza, and it's actually one of my coworkers is a part owner of it. So naturally, you know, a lot of the catering and stuff through
See,
work
Trainiac.
comes from there, comes through there. But one of the things they do is they have what they call their party pizza. And it is like a massive. I think it's like a. Hold on, let me get you the actual stats on it.
Oh God.
Is anybody in the 3?
I believe General
Yes.
is.
General.
I
is-
thought we were selling the 3.
No, we sold the
the
one.
one is being sold.
Oh, we sold the 1. Okay.
Or the
He's a-
6, either one. I have a car that needs to go to the house track, and then the rest of my cars don't go by it, go a different way. So if one of you guys wants to take it,
Yeah, I'll drop it and I'll grab it.
Also, Angry, I just realized something.
What?
This railroad's more Berg than we initially thought.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
We have the 90. We have a
Here it
NC
is.
American, and we have a Camelback numbered 4.
Oh boy.
I think so. They're
When you gotta drop off.
the one on the end of my train, the milk delivery one.
Yeah,
So,
drop it, stop it there, and I'll pick it up.
I can't remember if this is the right size or not, but yeah, okay, party pizza. It's a 28-inch pizza.
Yeah, just leave it right there.
So you're saying we should order this for when you're up here?
Well, you see, the problem is that I don't think it would. I don't think it would keep all the way up there.
Put in a reefer.
Put it in a reefer. Okay,
Yep. Reefer trailer, tow behind you.
Yeah.
reefer trailer.
Alex Beck saying there's a little mom and pop place opened by First Dinner Italian Americans, best food ever. Yes, that obviously mom and pop shop is great. There's a place somewhat near me called Specs Deli. Best pizza in the county. Oh, General's disconnected.
I'm doing it on purpose. My lag is. My frames are hurting for some reason. I'm gonna relaunch the game.
You just can't handle the power of the Decapod.
Yeah, all of my problems are apparently stemming from the deck right
The
now.
frickin' deck.
Of course, it's the
Uh,
Berg.
Let's see. Sheets or Roy Rogers? Sheets. There is no other
Sheets.
answer.
Yes.
If you live
I-
by a Sheets, you know.
Yes.
I got coffee.
Real
today
question
from the
Real question for those who know though: Sheets or QT?
Sheets.
Still
QT.
sheets.
Never seen a QT, so I don't know on that one.
I'm gonna go with QT.
Well, you're wrong.
You are wrong.
Okay, but
You-
we all know the real ultimate answer is Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Yeah.
When is Bucky's going to have their Northeast expansion?
As
Well, they're already in the Missouri.
And they're coming to Virginia.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
they're adding a second one. They're adding a second one in South Carolina, I think. 'Cause right now they have one in Florence, which I stop at every time I'm on my way back from my uncle's
Adrian,
place.
I think I'm heading in your direction.
Yes.
If you're
I'm
going-
That goes to
backing
the
out of
house
small
track.
yard.
Huh?
I am backing down to this. Whittier Milk. Where the? Okay, that's the house track.
Yeah, that goes
Oh,
to the
okay.
house track.
Okay. I will get
problem.
out of the way so that way y'all can get up here for those who are. 'Cause
Are
I-
you over where I'm heading?
Yeah, I'm in the way of where you're heading. So you can either hold for me or I'll hold for you.
I'll hold for you because I got
Or
a
you-
lot of weight on this compared to
Or
my
you can
engine.
hold for each other.
No. Rudders
Midland,
versus
where are you
Sheets. I've only really been the Sheets, so I can't comment on Rudders. Bucky's is the best.
Pizza's better.
If anyone ever says anything wrong,
I'll fight you.
yes, exactly.
Yes.
Wawa or Turkey
Angry?
Hill? Turkey Hill. Yeah.
Where are you heading when you get back to Whittier?
The interchange.
Okay, I'll go to the main line then.
Okay. Embrace Bucky the Beaver, yes. Although Royal Farms, if it's freshly cooked, does have really good fried chicken.
There's a string called Parker's down in the southern that I don't know how far it extends, but I know the ones down in the southern part of South Carolina have chicken fried potato wedges. They're really good.
Okay, here's a question for the class. Sorry, I just had a mental stroke. Bojangles or KFC?
Depends on the mood I'm in.
Never
I feel
had
like there's a correct
Bojangles, so I
answer
can
here.
only say KFC.
Wow.
I feel like there's a correct answer here.
Well, so KFC is good. Bojangles is more spicy, I guess.
But then
So it's
how
more
does
like Popeyes.
go into the mix?
Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
I would. So here's the thing:
I have no
the Chick-fil-A, the
experience
owners of
with
Chick-fil-A
Bojangles, but-
have donated to a lot of faithful groups, so I don't like it for that reason.
But they make good chicken.
That's the problem.
That is the problem.
I mean, I do love the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That chicken sandwich is to die for.
It seems
is
like
good.
every time I've tried to go and get it, with the exception of a few times, they were always like, "We out of chicken. We don't have chicken or something."
How's Popeyes out of chicken?
I don't know. That's the question I ask. It's like they run out of the chicken. It's like they run out of the fillets and they can't make the chicken sandwich.
What?
That's
KFC does the same
order
thing. They
more,
run out of
damn it.
chicken.
That's like A&W running out of root beer.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, the K37 live stream got dropped by $200.
oh, you just now saw that? Yeah. I
Still
was
not
surprised you weren't. I was surprised you weren't drooling all over that.
No,
Wait,
because it's
dropped?
busted up.
I was about to. You said drop it by $200, and what? They dropped it even more?
No, they dropped it from $5,000 to $4,800. Still not worth it, but
Well, doesn't the model look like they dropped it itself?
that's what I'm
Kinda.
saying.
So they dropped it even more.
They dropped it
Oh,
like it was
apparently-
hot.
Apparently, my locomotive is going to be coming partially disassembled, on purpose. But the guy told me he's sending it to me with like a couple pieces removed and stored, wrapped separately, so it doesn't get damaged in shipping. That's what he says, anyways.
They're probably some decorative components.
Yeah.
I think he took the pilot off and stuff like that.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I have a guy at my work who is into like RC planes and stuff, and he has said he will help me wire up RC controls on it.
Excellent. Any Culver's fans? I've seen Culver's. I have not yet been to a Culver's.
I've tried it. I think it's over. Their concretes are good, but I think it's overrated overall.
It's all right.
Yeah, their concretes are pretty good, but I think overall it's overrated. Now the real question is: does anyone know Andy's frozen custard?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. For those of you who do know Andy's frozen custard, you know is good.
Hello, I live about an hour from where the owner actually started, which is Springfield, Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Wow, not blowing
That's
through for
about
that?
as close as you're going to get to where I actually live at.
I mean, so they've recently expanded in my home, kind of in my hometown area. They put one on the main drag of my hometown recently, and it's fantastic. Because before we had to like drive into the city to get it, and I'm very happy they did that. Oh, you know what? You know what my hometown recently got too?
What?
Whataburger.
I'm so sorry that
That
you're
was
not there.
also in town about an hour away from me.
I have not. I have yet to be able to try Whataburger.
Sorry.
But my parents say it's okay. My parents on good authority say it's all right. But apparently, when it first opened, it was like you couldn't touch it for like weeks, and now it's kind of died down.
Oh, everybody was going.
Well, yeah, because new thing.
New thing in a town where not a lot happens.
Kinda. They're expanding very quickly, and I don't really care for it, to be honest with you.
The one has been sold.
I'm sorry. We only got 2 cars out of all that?
What?
Yep. Interchange has received 2 cars.
Oh, there's only 2 cars at the interchange? What?
Bullshit.
Where are
Sorry.
they going?
One to the sawmill and one to Kirkland.
Well, I'll take the one to Kirkland.
I'll take
No,
the one
I'll
to
take the one to Kirkland.
Yeah, let General do it a little bit.
Or you
Alright.
could just double head.
Yeah, let's double head the one car to Kirkland. Let's do it.
You guys get double head the one car to Kirkland. I'll get the sawmill car out of the way.
Oh, God. Oops. I got turned off.
Yeah. And then those who are saying In-N-Out Burger, I love you for thinking of In-N-Out Burger because In-N-Out Burger, I miss it so much. I just want a double right now with animal style fries. That's all I want, and a chocolate shake.
Oh, you
I
want.
have not had In-N-Out Burger.
You are missing out.
It's
You know
all
what you're
want,
missing
all
out
you
on?
really want.
You're missing out on Zaxby's.
Hey, General, I'm going to be down your way in July. Should we finally get Zaxby's in Boone?
Yeah, wait, where are you coming down in July?
Boone, July 12th.
Oh, you're going back to Boone. Okay. The return of
The return of the
Boone.
ragtimer to Boone.
Yeah, after unfortunate events last time.
Yes,
Do you
No
need me and
hurricanes.
him to get out of the way?
preferably.
Preferably.
I mean,
Nah.
I will push you out of the way if I need to.
We have more horsepower. We can take them.
Yeah, but
He will push you out of the way. Tell me how I know.
Whoops.
oh no, you
Wrong
worked your
direction. Oh, no,
tender.
No, the new tender. No.
Gunk.
Whose fault was that? The answer
I
was
was trying to
General's.
back off onto the side
No.
road if you'd waited.
I blame Dark.
Whoa.
Blame society.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pull into the sidetrack,
Except for
That's
we're not
what I
pulling
was
into the
going to
side
do.
track.
Then you can get by.
oh boy.
This is going swimmingly. Slap her in reverse.
It is.
Put her in H.
Put it in edge.
How damaged is the tender? Yeah, 92%.
Not that bad. He wasn't going that fast when he smacked into us.
I did not smack into you. You smacked into me. Let's
Look,
be clear.
according to
of
the
that.
letter of the law, you rear-ended us, so it's your fault.
According to the letter of the law, you should shut your pie hole. Okay, here's the real question:
Aye.
thin crust or deep dish pizza?
Are we
Now you
talking
got
like
me on
crispy? Are we talking like crispy thin crust, or are we
Yes.
talking like?
Like how
Is
crispy?
it
Like,
round or square?
Let's go with round for this first round.
I would go thin crust.
Yeah.
You don't want a pizza casserole?
I don't want a bread casserole with pizza toppings. Look, I like a good deep dish as much as anybody, but if I was offered deep dish and if I was offered a good thin crust, I would probably take the thin crust. I'm not gonna lie.
See, because here's my thing. Depending on when my the people invite me over for Easter supper, if it's going to be Friday or Saturday, I'm sorry, Saturday or Sunday, I also have a Red Baron deep dish pizza, like a personal span size that I'm going to cook up.
Nice. Excellent. We probably should go ahead and hook brakes together. I don't think it'll matter, will it?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Real
I
question
could.
is corner or middle brownie? Corner. Unless you have like a brownie sundae and you want the brownie to really melt, then you want a center cut.
I mean, not even a brownie sundae, but if you had like a big chunk of brownie and you just put a scoop of like vanilla ice cream or something on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm speaking his language.
Have I been to Coney Island? No, I have not.
Did you cut your brakes out, or do you want me to cut my brakes out?
I'll cut mine out.
Okay.
You have brakes.
Excellent.
And we're tied in.
Awesome. All right.
Fuck. Should learn to check my switches before I just go ham.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Tiny 462 with big 440. Double heading one car.
it's funny to think that the 462 is the small one in that equation.
I mean, actually, real talk. Which one has more tractive effort?
The American,
Really?
by about 5,000 pounds.
Really?
Yep.
In truth, you could probably shut off your locomotive and I'd still be able to pull everything.
No, I don't doubt that. I'm actually coasting right now. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, yeah. And we're still hitting about
And
38.
we're hitting 38. This is gonna be the highest speed supply car to ever get to Kirkland.
And we will follow them momentarily, folks. We will follow them momentarily.
Which way is that switch switched? Okay,
Should be mainline.
it is.
By the way, Midland, where are you?
Ella,
Okay.
currently running around my consist.
Sounds like he'll be waiting at Ella then.
Yep.
Crystal Meth or White Castle? White Castle.
Crystal meth or
That's
what?
White Castle.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
All right, let's go follow that.
It is kind of funny to watch watch my little locomotive absolutely slinging its valve gear and piston rods all over the place, and then the 440s back there at a leisurely stroll.
Yeah, you get the
Good
difference in
demonstration
the
of
smoke. I'm pushing you and pulling that.
Look, I'm at like 21% throttle right now,
Oh,
and I'm scared going around these corners now because we're doing 42 miles an hour.
well, I just killed power, so
Yeah,
and we're gonna have to slow down before long.
we could probably coast most of the way there.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
gonna line this switch against me just to be on the safe side.
Hey, which track are you on?
The main.
Cool. Ooh, that did not sound happy. That did not sound happy.
Oh, that's right. You got brakes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do. I'm the one controlling how fast the train goes. Yeah, we should be found there, yeah. Just gonna swing around. This one's probably fine. It's this one up here I'm a little... So we're about to get into the 30.
Yeah.
The 30. Is that like the hill?
The hill.
Every railroad has the hill.
The hill.
Well, General has more coal than us, so.
Ow. I do have more coal than you, actually.
5.3 tons, 2.9 tons. Yes.
11.8 tons.
Going up. Unknown Shadow, thank you for subscribing. You missed everything. You missed General and Arctic doing a doubleheader, which we're doing right now.
I mean, he didn't
Favorite
miss
articulated, 2662, I guess. I don't really care for articulated. Well, no, yeah, no, the Uinta.
Alright.
Yeah, because we're really going to have to slow down coming up here. And I do mean really have to slow down.
Yeah.
I have you lined into the passing siding for a reason.
Where's that switch? There's that switch. Don't want to hit that doing 40.
I mean, you can. It might not go well for you.
Yeah.
Now, you've been the first one off the tracks, followed by me.
Unknown Shadow, thank you for following on Twitch. I will do the plug that if you are on Twitch, or I'll say if you have Amazon Prime, all Amazon Prime accounts come with one Twitch subscription that you can use. That's included with your membership. And if you haven't applied it to anyone, consider applying it to the Ragtimer because it does help me out. So thank you, and that is the end of my sales pitch. Thank you for calling my TED
And
Talk.
if you are using your Prime subscription, please remember you have to re-up it at the end of every month. Unfortunately, it does not automatically re-up.
And you can't re-up it until it actually expires.
Yes. Midler, you can stop for the 69. Nice. Passengers at the station.
Hello? Really?
Yeah. Look
Gonna
at,
blow
look
through
at
that
Ella.
one?
All right. I'll let them get on.
Hey, you want to blow through that one?
Which one? Oh, yeah.
The real
I
question
love
is...
how those bells are ringing just opposite of one another.
Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding,
it's
ding,
so
ding.
it's so nice when they're not synced.
It's like when the chuffs aren't synced. It's kind of nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm running a Frisco Bell.
I forget which one I have on this one. Hold on, let me check. I have the GN. Oh yeah, the Great Northern 1355.
All right. Angry, you want me to make the run to Whittier or?
Your call.
Da-da-da-da. Your locomotive is back there just chilling. Mine saying, "Allow me to sing you the song of my people."
Well, I've only got the throttle cracked to about 23.
Yeah, I got the same, but it's just
Working a bit more.
I'm doing chuff 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 chuff. You're doing chuff 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 chuff.
Uh huh.
I guess, yeah. You know what? Question for the group. Big locomotive with big wheels or big locomotive with lots of small wheels?
What's your definition of small in this context?
Yeah.
Because I feel like small is relative.
You know, that's a good question. What size drivers are on the Little River?
36s, I think.
That's what I thought. So like 3-foot drivers on big locomotive. 3 to 4 foot drivers on big locomotive versus like 5 to 6 foot drivers on big locomotive.
I'm more a fan of proportional driver size.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's the Little River looks proportional to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are we lined? We are not lined.
We're lined all the way through, I think.
No, we're not.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're on the middle track. You're good.
Well, oh.
As long as we're not on that outer track, we'll be where the.
But we had to go to the supply track, didn't we? Which is that inner track.
We can still get there.
This entire mine is a maze.
It is. Figure out where it's at. Yeah, we can get there. We'll just have to back. We'll just have to go forward here a bit. And now
Okay.
I'm on full power.
Angry's paying down the debt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear another locomotive off to our left. I believe that is a Midland.
Probably is.
Yeah, so we got to go forward here, right?
Now keep going back. We got to pass underneath this, and there'll be a switch. There'll be a crossover up here.
Okay.
Once you pass it, we'll go forward. See it back there? Just around the curve?
Yeah, I see it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
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 Which track? Okay, either one of those. Okay.
Either one.
We're gonna go to the inner track. Perfect.
Alrighty, look at that. We've done it. And just in the nick of time. So we're going to end the stream here tonight. We did about 4.5 hours of streaming, a new Ragtimer record for lately. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Probably will not have another stream until either Saturday or Sunday, just with a few other things going on. But we'll see you for the next one whenever that is. If you like the content here, consider liking the channel, subscribing on YouTube or on Twitch. And if you really love us, consider becoming a channel member. That really does help the channel out, helps me with a lot of stuff going on. If I don't see you before then, have a happy Easter for those who celebrate, happy Passover, and all of that good stuff. And if you don't celebrate it, enjoy doing what you do best. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.